you're into technology, you're trying out to do all this thing, but you have to go through again for that kind of background checks, all that certification, a lot of things will be there. So you have to get a minimum basic certification out of your product, and you can give it to a clinic and they will start giving that patch. That's my advice here. Thank you. No questions from mine. Sir.
Two sensors you spoke about, correct? Two sensors you spoke about.
Yes,
One is thermal sensor, correct? Another one is
IMU.
inertial sensors.
Inertial sensor.
Correct? Inertial sensor and thermal sensor you spoke about.
Yes, sir.
The risk of being a doctor, I'll tell you, the risk of thermal sensor is, what if the person has got hyperthermia? The body temperature is already high because of fever, and it can happen in arthritis.
Actually, sir, we are using in thermal sensor, we are using a core point, which is a midpoint. Okay, we are using only core midpoint, which gets temperature from inside of the body to the outside of it.
Exactly.
Not outside to the inside.
No, you're talking to a doctor, don't forget that. If the temperature is high already, because the patient has got inflammatory process happening in the body, and the temperature, because thermal sensors are not the only one, inertial also you spoke about.
Yes.
Somewhere it is convincing, but not on the thing. And another thing is, when you spoke about, I fully agree with him, B2C, and in the B2C, delivery system is not already acceptable in India.
Yes,
Because after so many years we came for Mercedes, correct? So the medical vigilance doesn't permit an engineer to design a gadget where you can collect the data, but delivery system has to pass through few regulations. Please look into that.
Actually, sir, we are training the CNN model with the data set of thermal sensors. Even if he has any internal temperature, like fever, it will analyze for 10 to 12 minutes before it even occurring. It will analyze the data set which is already trained on real patients. With the training data set, with the analyzation, then it will check with the IMU, because we are not only checking the temperature, we are also checking the
What is
movement.
the temperature what you are going to record?
It depends on patient to patient, sir.
Are you in a prototype stage, or you are in
sir,
a conceptual
not
stage?
yet, conceptual
Then
stage.
please don't comment on it.
Okay.
No, I know my thoughts and your thoughts are not matching. What I'm trying to tell you is, sir, there is a lot of difference between putting a patch somewhere and measuring the inner temperature, because core body temperature is different, blood column temperature is different, surface temperature is different. So somewhere I understood that you are not on the prototype stage. It's okay, it's a good attempt.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, juries. Please make a note. The time taken by this team is 5 minutes, 5 seconds.
Hello.
The team which is presenting now is CSF041. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF041. CSF042, please be ready.
Hello, check. Good afternoon, everyone. Imagine a patient who is undergoing an X-ray and is exposed to harmful radiation twice or thrice. Not because of the equipment failure, but due to the error in human positioning. Today, nearly 50% of error is due to human error positioning in X-rays. Hello everyone, I am KS Danish and this is my teammate Jazil Ahmad. Today, we present you Smart Ray, an AI-powered smart X-ray positioning system using anatomical landmark detection. Now, let's see how serious the problem is. Firstly, nearly 50% of position errors are due to human, and hence there are unnecessary radiation which causes damage to the DNA, as well as it can cause cancer causing cells, as well as it damages cells. Due to this, emergency system, if you want an emergency case, a report can take up to 5 hours for due to unintentional or repeated X-rays. And the main intention is a skilled variation. We need a skilled radiographers to reduce that cause. Here, when we come to pediatric patients, small children are it's usually difficult as they'll not understand the instruction as well as they'll not sit still. So basically, harmful radiation like ionizing radiation, which can affect the children, and in adults it affects the DNA. So we have come up with the solution, AI-powered positioning system. First, a depth camera captures the position of the patient. Secondly, an AI detects the anatomical landmarks. Third, an algorithm is calculated due to which a central X-ray machine positions to that point. Fourth, we come up to the automated alignment. Here, we automatically aligns to the X-ray tube. Not like others, we do all these 4 steps within 3 seconds, and the positioning error may be 0.5 precision error and 94% of first shot success. How is this solution feasible? Let's look how the feasible analysis. Software, we use HRNet and YOLO and PyTorch for real-time interference. In hardware, we use Intel D455 for capturing the position of the patient, and Arduino for the motor movement. And retrofit, it automatically fits to any of the existing technology. No new technology should be done. And when it comes to data feasibility, common object contest, which captures about 200K plus positioning error. And we have 2,000 to 5,000 images which have we uploaded for a pure fine tuning. So what's our innovation? How is it different from the other existing companies? So we use AI before imaging. What other companies does is they use AI after the imaging process. But we not only detect problem, but we prevent it. We use AI before imaging and positioning. Next, even the junior radiography who will not have much knowledge can also implement this and can get a sure shot in first attempt itself, the X-rays, if can achieve the expert level accuracy. Then, since the radiology affects the patients due to harmful races, we powered this system. Next, the technical implementation will be explained by Jazil.
Today I'm going to talk on technical implementation used in our model. We use AI models like HRNet for pose estimation and YOLO V8 for body detection, PyTorch or ONNX for real time, and this is proven that this has a proven accuracy of over 90%. In hardware integration, we use Intel RealSense D455 depth camera along with stepper motors and control unit, which automatically adjusts with the X-ray machine. Our system is a retrofit, meaning it can be added to an existing device without replacing it. The development timeline, we have 4 phases. First one is a prototype phase where we are going to train an AI model and integrate with hardware, which may take up to 3 months. And in the second phase, we are focusing on clinical validation in hospital, which may take up to 6 months. And in the third phase, we are going to do pilot deployment followed by market launch and scaling. current X-ray technology. The current X-ray technology is digital and advanced, but it is still uses manual positioning. As you can see, the high-end radiology system and the ceiling-mounted system, which is used in the hospital, it needs a skilled technician to handle. Recently, we visited KS Agade Hospital, where we discussed with the doctors and the students of Department of Radiology about the problem faced by them using this high-end device and ceiling-mounted system, and we came up with the idea of Smart Ray, which is a fully automated AI positioning system. Market for potential. Now we have market players like Siemens, JE Healthcare, and Canon, which uses manual positioning, but our system is a fully automated AI positioning system. And our target markets are hospitals, diagnostic center, medical training institution, and equipment manufacturer. The value we bring is significant. We can reduce the repeat scan by up to 50% and decrease the patient radiation exposure, increase efficiency and throughput. We are not just improving the X-ray machine, we are transforming how X-ray is performed globally. This is the future of X-ray machine powered by AI. Thank you.
So yeah, problem statement is good. Whatever you come up with the idea of AI and solving the problem. But when it looks, when I check the mechanical items like products or maybe AI tool, everything is like ready.
Yeah, so we have already used...
Let me complete. Everything is ready one, and you are trying to adopt proven one. Today you can see the market price of these model will be this much, and you are trying to implement, assemble it and do all the AI driven, everything you do it and supply to the customer. So later stage, how do you handle the situation where these all product based company or AI driven, which are proven, are come up with a hike in their price? So how do you handle to customer handling or maybe cost wise or maybe support? I don't see any kind of innovation from your end. And are you from an AI background?
No, sir, we are from electronics and computing.
Okay. So at least you can identify a couple of your own product, I can say, at least to try out with the own brand or something you mentioned about the companies, right? The Siemens, GE, Philips, all that. So they have their own design as a prototype. I can say design they do and they brand it. So when you say as your brand is Smart Ray, right? Smart Ray. How do you put your picture on that brand name? So do you have any authority to use all these electronic goods or maybe AI driven? And can you put up your brand? Something you have to come up with your own the core items which may help you to manage the cost of the product and customer reaching part, and you can make out of that solving the problem, plus you have to make a margin out of the same profit and loss, whatever you see. Yeah, that's it. That's my advice about the innovation. You have to think here, which I see more about research, identified all the options, and you are keeping all the details to produce your brand called Smart Ray. Yeah, sir.
Sir, to just add on, so we are not inventing a new technology. We are intelligently integrating with the existing technology. Sir, for the new technology, it's that machine which we showed, it costs around 2 crores. So what we do is our product will be ready within 1,50,000. So we can implement to the existing technology for a better...
the same competitor will come and say, I'll give it for 1 lakh. What you will do? Same product, same AI, everything. They'll come and just pitch, and they can do kind of a mass selling, and they reach out to customer. Before you enter, they will be selling out. What you will do? Already 50,000 is lower than your cost, right? The brand value or anything. They may keep, instead of Smart Ray, they may keep different name also, right? So they can do it and assemble it and sell it off. What do you see like as a when you go to a customer? So anyone can compete with you at this stage. Like after a year or 2 years, you're going to build this product, or maybe you're going to implement. So the time will fly, and the cost also change, and the kind of output will be different. That's my thought process. Yeah, definitely you can go ahead and implement and achieve your goal. Yeah, thank you.
Sir, the GE Healthcare and Siemens, they have manually automated, like they use manual technician. But what we do is we use AI for automatic.
I'm sorry to say, they are already integrating Philips. You have left out Philips, you left out Meering, you left out, that was not there. Philips was there, but Meering you are left out, another company. And another thing I'll tell you, the two challenges what you have to look into, especially in the X-rays, just my background is medical background. There is something called position-based, human anatomy-based positioning of the X-ray. That cannot be integrated because so much of data it has to be, it is individual based. That is one thing you'll have, because for a certain diseases and certain capturing, we alter the positions. That is one thing. Another thing is data accuracy and data privacy are the two biggest challenges for AI integrated X-ray positioning. These two you have to look into. That is the existing challenges in the AI integrated X-ray machines. Data accuracy and data privacy. Because already you are on the cloud, right?
Sir,
Otherwise, it's an excellent thinking.
Sir, in Philips, they use semi-automated, which gives like it does not fully depend on AI. It gives how technicians.
I noticed because you have done the research only on probably Google pages, not on other things. Because when you are giving the data, I immediately went into and I searched whether it matches with whatever the data I have. So it matched probably to 90%, except for a few names have been left behind. But otherwise, for an electronic people going into this field, it is a need-based, I agree. But these are the things which you have to look into. Probably a discussion with more of the radiological units, the existing, because you mentioned about one of the reputed institutes from this one. So I agree with it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, juries. Please make a note. The time taken by this team to present is 7 minutes 41 seconds. The team which will be presenting now is CSF 042. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 042. CSF 046, please be ready.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saket, and today we present the Grid Guardian, that is AI-powered transformer health monitoring system. Electricity is something that all of us use in everyday life. Transformer that allows power distribution to the houses, buildings, etc. So, moving on to the problems, this slide shows, as you can see in the slides, transformer failures. It is due mainly due to the overloading and overheating. So there is no real-time monitoring. In most of the transformers today are lacking real-time monitoring. Because of this, there is faults in the transformer that fails before they already happen. So it detected after failure affects hundreds of homes and disruption of daily life, and it predicts existing solutions are, it is more expensive and complex, it is more complex, used in only substations, and it is not used in distribution level, and it is reactive, detects failure after failure. So the next will be continued with Abhishek.
Thank you. My name is Abhishek, and I'm going to explain about our solution. Our solution is we formed a startup idea named Grid Guardian. It is a AI-powered transformer health monitoring system. This system just do not analyzes the data. Like it will not just reads the data and displays. Our system analyzes the data and predicts the problem prior before it transformer gets damaged. How it works? First, we have a device which named Grid Guardian. We are going to install the Grid Guardian device to the transformer. It is the system. The device is a collection of sensors and IoT, and the system reads the values like voltage, current, load, and the temperature. The data is transferred to the cloud, and the cloud stores the data. After that, the AI which analyzes the data which are stored in the cloud, and it analyzes the data and says the abnormal pattern of the data, and the data abnormal data and real-time reading of the transformer. It will be displayed on the dashboard. This is how the dashboard will be. The transformers are located in the map interface, where we can locate by just seeing the interface we can locate the transformer and also the current condition of the transformer. Like we have given the 3 color icons, green, yellow and red, which indicates the current condition of the transformer. And by clicking on the color icon, we will get the virtual twin of the transformer, which displays all the data and the fault which is detected on it. What makes it innovative? Current solutions, which are the solutions which are currently, they predict. These are the alerting system. Like when the transformer fails, it will give the alerts. The transformers are failed and how the transformers are failed. It will give them. But our system, it will read the data and it will analyze the problem before the transformer fails. And we are given with the AI integrated dashboard, which gives the real-time data of the transformer and also gives the digital twin of the transformer, by which the engineers or the maintaining person, he can identify the problem easily and also locate by using the map interface. He can locate the transformer directly. It will solve the problem easily. Next part will be explained by my team.
Okay, myself Anish. Now moving on to market potential and feasibility. Our primary customers are basically electricity boards, power distribution companies like MESCOM and smart city projects. These sectors are actively reliant on reliable and intelligent transformers. So according to the market value of smart transformers, it is around, in India basically it is around 40,000 crores, and Karnataka market value is around 2 to 3,000 crores. Okay, so moving on to the feasibility, our product uses existing IoT sensors such as temperature sensors, thermal voltage sensors, current sensors, etc. We also use cloud and AI technologies available, which helps us in knowing the virtual answers. Okay, the prototype, our product, we can develop the prototype and present it to the as a limited edition, limited products, and we can check if it is working or and we can then implement at a larger scale. Now moving on to the impact and vision. Our product impacts on prevents power outages, which is basically a difficult situation in a neighboring, such as local areas, where when you are working and suddenly the power goes, which is quite difficult to maintain, and it takes a lot of time to get return. So due to our product, it reduces maintenance cost. Means like if we use sensors, only the sensors can be replaced after 2 to 3 years, or it can be maintained. Other transformer components can be maintained. Okay, it also improves grid reliability and enables smarter infrastructure. I would like to conclude as our product transforms traditional transformers into intelligent infrastructure. Thank you.
Yeah, kind of similar question I have. Like for the last project also they explained. Are you from electronics and communication? Okay. So any product already there in the market with this kind of AI driven?
Yeah, hello. There are products, but it's like around lakhs and some. But it only just gives basic data such as temperature and this. But this product predicts the like what are the errors or issues, and so we can like.
Got it. Yeah, you are trying to cover up maximum features out of the product we are going to build, and you are saying about the cost also. You are going to keep it lower price, and which you can sell it off in the market. Like, yeah. Finally, what I want to see that are you going to really want to put effort and build this, or how it is? Just you wanted to conceptually you have come up with this, or how much effort you put on the prototype development? Did you start working on it?
No, be honest. Yeah. I agree. Be honest. Is it your college project which you brought it on the platform here, or you really want to develop it? If you want to develop it, if we want to invest, how much you are expecting, and what will be the expenditure for your prototype or the final product? Be very honest. Whether you have, it's just a concept what you want to pitch in, or it's like a finally functional model is already you are in the process.
Like we have prepared. We are in the idea stage only till now. Still we have prepared for the expenditure also. The components cost around 3,000 to 5,000, and the interface cost we have not yet to decide about it. Yes.
That's why we are asking if someone want to invest on you. Like it looks like you're all serious, right? Are you serious or just coming today? And are you going to continue this? That's my question.
Yes.
Are you content? You're going to continue this to develop?
We are going to continue this.
Okay.
Thank you, juries. The time taken by this team to present is 7 minutes 33 seconds. The team which is going to be presenting now is CSF 046. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 046. CSF 055, please be ready.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start the presentation, I just want to explain an incident what happened to me personally. A few years ago, I and my friend were in a crowded bus. We did not have place to stand properly in the bus. We tried, somehow went inside the bus and stood. But my friend was in the door side, and there was no room for him to stand properly, but he was standing somehow. But later, when the bus started to move, he fell from the bus. It was severe, and I had to rush to him, and I saw that he was bleeding badly. Then the nearby person contacted 112 immediately. While contacting, they asked multiple inputs, such as what type of emergency is it, and everything. And later, after getting connected to an operator, it made the person, and then it made a big mistake. Then it was a big problem where he did not know the language what the operator is speaking, and the operator did not know the language what the caller is speaking. It made a miscommunication and a language barrier. So this incident made me to think, why is our Indian emergency system lacking behind and why it is slow? So we researched on it and we found out the answer for it, which is Rudra One. Rudra One is an AI-powered platform which helps emergency system like EMS softwares to be integrated easily and provide AI solutions. So my name is Sri Saital and my teammate Pranav S. Salyan. We both built Rudra One. So what are the problems in emergency systems? The first problem is fragmented system. In fragmented system, there are multiple monitors for the operator to be watched. So it is really hard for them to understand what is happening. Then second one is the language barrier. As I said in my story, that there was a miscommunication because of the language which they don't know. For that purpose, that's one problem what's happening. Then comes the poor data tracking, where emergency system has a lot of data, but they're not tracking it properly. And there is no proper way of trying to solve that problem, but we have done that. Then comes the limited awareness. There is no intelligent layer for the EMS software to work on. Then comes the call overloading. There is no AI filtration to detect whether it is non-emergency or emergency. So what we provide, what is our solution? For fragmented system, we made our platform unified. So, and it is a single interface. You don't need to have to work on, see on multiple information. Everything is automated. Then comes the real-time data sharing. And upon that, we also seamlessly integrate with existing system as well. You don't need to reconstruct all the system. We can easily be integrated in the existing system. So it can be deployed in cloud and on premises. Then comes the language barriers. We have multi-language supports. So we support multiple languages in India. Then real-time translation, where we translate in the call real time without any delay. Then there is an AI transcription. So you don't need to manually transcribe the data of the voice conversation. Everything is automated. It comes in the dashboard directly. Then it understands the conversation and provides notes, summaries for other people to see and understand what is currently happening, so that they don't need to focus on a lot of information. They can just focus on the summary. And it is faster in response.
Poor data tracking. Old emergency systems use manual logs to take down all the important points, like the type of incident, severity of the incident. And so how Rudra One solves it, Rudra One records everything automatically. AI checks the conversation and gives clear insights about all the important points that has been going on in the conversation. So this makes accurate, faster, and also easy for the dispatcher to understand. Limited awareness. Nowadays, operators today only hears what the panicking caller says, and that's not enough. With Rudra One, callers can share their live location, so it will be utilized by our platform to connect them to the nearest emergency station relating to that incident type. So operators can act upon the situation, not just hear it. Call overloading. all calls might not be for emergency. There might be some non-emergency calls. So sometimes due to clash of neighbors, or sometimes we accidentally type 112. In order to solve this problem, our AI classifies the calls into emergency and non-emergency. So if the call is non-emergency, then the AI will only respond the call. If it is an emergency, then the AI will transfer the call to the human dispatcher. Talking about Rudravan's innovation and originality, so Rudravan is just a better version of old tools. It's like an entirely new platform built for Indian emergency system. So it supports multiple Indian languages, media-rich responses, integration-ready design. So it can be integrated with any existing government softwares or ERS systems. Multi-language intelligence. So our software detects the language that the person is speaking, and it intelligently translates in real time. Then we have end-to-end automation, unified platform, as he explained that dispatcher won't get confused. Then AI native architecture.
Then comes the market potential. So India is having a market potential about $30 billion plus dollars, and the growth is about 12 to 13%. So, and upon that, the 112 system is already there. We just have to integrate it. So that is one big opportunity what we are having right now. And now is the time for this product to be launched, because currently India is investing heavily on AI data centers and infrastructures. So before concluding, I just want to say that our platform is not just to save time of operators, but also to save lives. Thank you. Please, you can try to scan this QR code and get to the video demo, and you can check out our landing page as well. Thank you.
You're already fully functional now?
We have just started it. We have the MVP. We want to connect with like in the Indian emergency system branches to deploy it into the system as well. So we need to.
It's an idea, or it's
we have done
functional idea?
It's a functional idea. We have the demo video as well. You can check that out.
How much you are expecting? What is the investment you are expecting?
So right now, what I have estimated that we would need around 10 lakhs for just to build the complete MVP from all the features, from everything. So that's the thing.
If I give you 10 lakhs, how long you will take to develop and give me the model?
After researching and everything, what I have done, right now I am confident that it will take around 3 to 4 months to build this product.
You said you already have the video, functional video. Why 3 to 4 months?
Because those are those systems need to be connected to the government 112 system, which we need time for that to learn about their systems as well. And for now, it's like a prototype actually. It is a working prototype, but the AI parts and everything are working. The live translation and everything. So if I call to that number, it will automatically do the same kind of task what it needs to be done in 112.
Have you tested this model?
We have tested and we have demoed it to many platforms as well. And we also contacted to Udupi SP as well. And he has said this is a great idea, and it is we can look forward into it.
Yeah, good idea that whatever you're going to implement. And 3 months back only you have loaded your video. So after that you would have put some more effort, sir told, right? So additional to share your experience or uploading more videos or maybe experience sharing. Because 3 months back I can see, I just opened the video. 3 months back you loaded. And also website looks great, which have put all the information. So when you're talking about 10 lakhs investment, right? So make sure that the kind of estimation, why you are asking 10 lakhs, how investor can start immediately to invest 10 lakhs now, and how much you give a return firstly, example, okay, now someone, okay, I am investing on a land or other area which will return this much, or maybe I am investing on other companies, I'll get this much return. So how much you return you are going to give for investor? If I am going to invest on your this idea, imagine you're going to be serious. So what is your return part to the investor?
So our business model is basically we provide custom solutions.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
How you are going to return to the investor? Imagine now we are going to make a agreement between Prashant Shetty, okay, going with the Rudra one. Okay, investment, I'm going to do it, 10 lakhs immediately. It's a possible arrangement, right? The 10 lakhs rupees. How much you return you give it to a investor? How you decide that investor return in a yearly or equity are you going to give?
Equity, of course.
Okay, every year return will be there?
No, it is an equity. So if they sell the equity, then
Sir,
they get
I'm sorry to say,
Not
if you're not worked on it, please don't comment anything. It's safer not to comment because it's like on the spot. See, we are preparing you for tomorrow. On the spot, if angel investor says that, okay, take 10 lakhs. What is that you're going to be? Please work on it. That's all. Because equity and other things is not going to work out in this picture.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you, juries. The time taken by this team for presenting is 7 minutes 44 seconds. So before moving on to the next presentation, we'll take a break for 5 minutes. So and be here before at 5.
At AIC NITTE Incubation Center, ideas don't just remain ideas, they evolve into impactful startups. The center is a collaborative initiative by the NITTE Education Trust and NITI Aayog under the Atal Innovation Mission, working to accelerate India's entrepreneurial vision by nurturing a strong startup ecosystem. It serves as a vibrant hub where innovators, entrepreneurs, and researchers come together to build solutions for the future. Innovation begins with an idea, but real impact is created when that idea becomes a venture. At AIC NITTE, entrepreneurs are nurtured to solve real-world problems. From student innovators to deep tech startups, ventures are supported at every stage, from early concepts to scalable businesses. With access to mentorship, funding opportunities, industry networks, and advanced infrastructure, ideas are transformed into viable enterprises. Over the years, AIC NITTE has incubated over 125 startups, built a network of 40 plus academic partners and 45 plus industry partners, engaged 55 plus industry mentors, and enabled startups to raise over 13 crore rupees. The ecosystem brings together students, faculty, researchers, and industry experts, creating a collaborative environment where ideas thrive. Through innovation programs, startup challenges, and incubation support, the next generation of entrepreneurs is being shaped. Innovation at AIC NITTE extends beyond technology. Through initiatives such as the Farmer Producer Organization, farmers are empowered through collective entrepreneurship, improved market access, and sustainable value creation. One of its flagship initiatives, the Jackfruit Cluster, is transforming a traditional crop into a value-added enterprise, enabling farmers to build sustainable income through processing, branding, and market linkages. Startups incubated at AIC NITTE gain access to state-of-the-art lab facilities across multiple sectors, along with a talented pool of students for internships and collaboration. This creates a mutually beneficial ecosystem where students gain real startup exposure and startups leverage fresh talent to innovate and grow. Guided by experienced sector-specific mentors, startups receive support throughout their journey, from ideation to product development to networking and growth. Startups at AIC NITTE have secured funding from leading government initiatives such as the Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, NITTE, and the Atal Innovation Mission. They have also received private support through the HDFC Parivartan Grant and venture capital investments. AIC NITTE Incubation Center continues to build more than startups. It is shaping a future driven by innovation, collaboration, and impact.
Micro, small and medium enterprises contributes significantly towards the growth and development of our great nation. SIDBI has always championed their journey.
SIDBI Green Finance Schemes for MSMEs and service providers with energy efficiency, solar rooftop, waste management, green buildings and other sustainability aspect. Capex assistance with tenures up to 10 years.
This is Prashant Shetty, founder and CEO of TaxSkills.
This is Deepika Shetty, co-founder and managing director of TaxSkills EdTech Private Limited.
At TaxSkills, we are not just a platform. We are a learning platform where we work on real-time scenarios.
How TaxSkills stands apart from other EdTech platforms? It's because in TaxSkills, we just don't teach theory, we build real-world skills.
Requirement of 10,000 plus learners who is having a single vision.
Our programs are designed with industry experts, focused on hands-on learning, live mentorship, and practical projects that prepare learners for actual careers.
And we made more than 1,000 plus success story, which shows about the skills always change lives. Then we have more than 100 plus freelancers, trainers, experts from different industry who are working on latest trending skills to make sure that all the learners should get aligned on the requirement of our clients and they get job easily. And 20 plus employees who are all working daily basis, everyday basis to make these all activities successful. This is not a luck. When everything learning part meets a right ecosystem, then everything happens rightly.
With personalized guidance, career-focused training, and job-ready outcomes, Tax Skills bridges gap between education and employment.
Mangalore has seen many revolutions, but today a new one is transforming the city, the Silicon Beach revolution. As IT companies look beyond the crowded metros, they're choosing Mangalore for its talent, innovation, and lifestyle. At the heart of this transformation is Vertex Managed Workspace, Mangalore's go-to destination for the future of work. Vertex One, Balal Bagh. Business at the city's heart, vibrant, accessible, and inspiring. Whatever your work style, private offices, meeting rooms, co-working, or virtual office, Vertex has a space built just for you. Vertex Square, Kodial Vale. Modern, energetic, and perfect for fast-moving teams. Vertex Trio, Kadri, tech-friendly and designed for breakthrough ideas. Vertex Quad, Kotara, your gateway to a thriving tech ecosystem. Vertex 5 Kadri, our flagship, host to landmark events like Tech Waves 2025. Ajanta Business Center, Kapikad. 5 floors of sleek plug-and-play offices. 60% of Mangalore's IT firms and 40% of back-end pros already call Vertex their professional home, and we're just getting started. Introducing Ashoka Business Center, our boldest vision yet, a landmark hub to house over 2,250 tech professionals. Join 1,900 plus professionals building the future from Mangalore. Vertex Managed Workspace, where the Silicon Beach revolution comes alive.
At AIC NITTE Incubation Center, ideas don't just remain ideas, they evolve into impactful startups. The center is a collaborative initiative by the NITTE Education Trust and NITI Aayog under the Atal Innovation Mission, working to accelerate India's entrepreneurial vision by nurturing a strong startup ecosystem.
The teams which are presenting, please make a note of it.
Innovators,
as soon as
and researchers come
the
together
final bell
to
is
build solutions for the future.
as soon as the final bell is rung, the mics will be cut off. So please try to complete your whole presentation within 8 minutes. So the team which is going to be presenting now is CSF 055. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 055. CSF 057, please be ready.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pratik, and this is Rafan Ahmed Sheikh. So today we are presenting our engine, which is called as Helix engine. So this engine, what it does is basically it transforms the static biomedical data and into actionable clinical decision through multi-agent intelligence, basically. So
yeah. So currently the problem in the drug making is that right now researchers, they get like patients who have like muted diseases with them. So such as they get like HIV of some disease which is like mutated. So mutated. So for that research work on research like okay, they have to go through research papers. Yeah, so they have to go to research papers from like PubMeds or go to databases, or they have to go through like finding proteins in Uniproc. So all these they have to do, and it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of resources and so on. And in the end, either they get the proper data or they just get a half-written data. So and then they can also use like AI tools, but those are not trustable because of their lack of confidence. They can hallucinate, or they are like black box where you don't get to know how they got the result, how they got the medicinal result for that. So, continue. Okay.
Over, right?
Yeah.
So the solution that the engine is providing here is it automates mutation-aware drug recommendation by synthesizing the evidence from 4 major databases, which are Uniprot, PDB, and PubMed, PubChem, and all, and performing multiple complex structural analysis and generating transparent reasoning for every result. So basically what happens here is you put the gene mutation in the query session, and then it will go through all the databases parallelly, and it will give you the data output of the best drug, the best drug for that the best drug for that particular protein or the disease. Then it gives the real time. It will also perform real time molecular docking by using Autodoc Vina, and it will also explain what the results. Like it's a transparent box, not just a black box, and it will explain why it is giving this, what happens there, and also it will give you the mutation aware resistant profiling. Also, it will say you that this is mutation resistant if the disease is like that.
Okay, so what this is like, these are the core use cases in our engine. So our engine is able to provide a card that features all the information about this drug discovery, this drug that it has found out. So what it does is that you get the information such as what drugs you can use against this protein, what drugs to not use also against this protein, how whether if the patient has like any kind of heart disease or anything like that, it will prevent the drug. It will prevent the drug to be used which affects that protein of the patient. So and it will like flag those kinds of system, as well as it will also like do a ranking base where the best drug is will be given the first place, while the not recommended drug is kept at the bottom and flagged off. So it has like all the safety features and protection as well. So the architecture is like it uses a multi-agent model pipeline where all the agents are run simultaneously to do all the systems such as getting the databases for protein, doing the auto docking, doing the finding of all the research papers and so on. It does all of that simultaneously, and this is with the help of a LangGraph. LangGraph is a framework that helps with the running of different jobs either sequentially or parallelly. With the help of that, you can give her a process and will do that each one of them. So when it does this right, the multi-agent model will do its work and fetches all the result. After fetching all its results, it will then do the docking, auto docking with the help of Autodoc Vina, where it fetches the protein from Uniproc. That protein is in the form of PDB format, which is then converted to PDB-QT with the help of Open Babel. That is the formatter. So it will convert to that and it will give it to Autodoc Vina. That will do simulations. With the help of those simulations, it will find the best affinity for the protein, which the drug can be used for. And with the help of that, and then after doing all of that, all the information, everything that it has achieved, the confidence score, everything will be provided to the ChatGPT, and the confidence, the information for every single information and how it got all this, every single thing will be done by that and will be displayed in the card.
So the technical working and the innovation that we're providing here is, first of all, technically, there is no system that is providing all the things simultaneously in a single workflow. So there is many apps or websites which provide single use, better use also, single service, which is better. So what we are doing here is we are all together, we are bringing that into one workflow and one single flow. Doing that by that to parallelly, so it speeds up the process actually, and also the explainable AI. So unlike black box models where every recommendation ships a 5-part reasoning trace. So from mutation to target to docking to literature to final logic, it will explain everything why it has happened. Then we are having a deterministic resilience. So what it basically does is, if in case the auto docking fails by any chance, maybe because of the structure impurity or something else, it will fall back into an AI ranking system where the AI will predict the binding affinity of the proteins and of the protein ligand interactions. So then comes the personalization and the safety layers. So what we are adding here is for the patients or individuals having like personal issues, health issues, personal health issues like heart disease or liver disease and all, we can add that options while giving the feed. Also their gender, also their age, like adult, pediatric and all. And what it will do is it will imply that, and it will avoid the drugs which are caused to have side effects on that particular organ or something like that. So it will use the confidentiality system, and it will either take that drug entirely off from the graph. So that's the thing, and the filters and all, it will give safety layer flag drug risk as well. Example, cardiotoxicity for patients with the heart and liver diseases and all. And also confidence scoring it will provide. So from 0 to 100, metric divided from docking energy, mutation resistant rules and literature evidence as well.
Okay, so the business model is that we can provide this. This is our target is the biotech R&D department or the pharmacies or researchers. For like we can give them our services as either we can allow them to use our auto docking or pipeline system as a monthly or yearly service. And then from the pharmacy, we can ask them for get a request for a license where we can use a database and request for doing more researches or creating with the existing diseases and all, we can create discover more new things or more concepts of drugs. And then this is mainly just for R&D department and for biotech and for the biotech R&D department and for the researchers and pharmacies. This is our target department. We can also provide for research people who are working on new diseases, where they can, if they wanted just the idea of how the discovery is done, their drugs will be discovered.
See, there are so many new proteins which come up of the bacterial or viral or whatsoever. There is absolutely no data available on that. They are the new virus or protein. How you validate your, AI-based software? Because see, AI means whatever based on the data available in the grids, correct? So if those data are not fed to the grid, then how is that you validate your, feasibility of any R&D to use your product? This is a very sincere, humble doubt what I have.
So this is like a suggestion-based model till now that we have collected. So basically, we will be integrating. Yeah, we will be focusing on drug discovery in the later parts. This is like suggestion model. Any recommendation to improve this model, improve this project?
Just one more thing to add is if we can get database access from pharmacies and all, we can be able to do work on drug discovery and more protein discoveries and so on. This will help us in with that.
I agree with whatever you say, but the problem is any R&D or any pharmaceutical companies, unless and until product is validated and put in the market, they won't release the data.
Yes.
That is one of the biggest challenges what you have.
We need to be practiced. I think
Thank you, juries. The next team which is presenting is CSF 057. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 057. CSF 110, please be ready.
Good evening, respected judges. Myself, Preetham Godwin. This is my colleague, Syed. We present IntelliFloat, a smart, adaptive marine safety jacket, which is specifically designed for fishermen.
So basically what the fishermen are facing the problem here, right, the jackets. The jackets are mostly heavy, like as available in the Indian market right now. And the second thing the most they're facing is the sensor. Like it's not even sensor actually, the available in the Indian markets. There are only GPS systems only there. There are no any sensor which can inflate the jacket, which can sense the condition of the person drowning in the ocean or sea. And the third thing is that the small scale fishermen, like the jackets are there in the market right now, but they can't afford it. And the fourth thing is like there is a manual intervention. So the cartridge when they pull, it starts to inflate. But when the person is unconscious and is in a harsh condition, he can't pull it right. So to overcome these problems, let me introduce the IntelliFloat. This IntelliFloat is a smart jacket which has following features. They are lightweight. Like most of the jackets will be like they're bulky, uncomfortable for the fishermen. They will try avoiding it. But our jackets is lightweight. So like fishermen won't avoid wearing this. And the second is like we are using multi-sensors. So it's not like only one sensor we are using. We are using two sensors. Comparing with this two sensor output, we will detect that whether the person is in abnormal condition or not. Even the sensors are not active, there will be buoyancy. There's a system in the jacket, like which is a material which will help the person like not to sink. And the fourth thing is like cost effective. We are making the jacket as cost effective, like compared to other our competitors. They are selling within the range of 15K to 50K right now, as I've researched. And also, let's move to working principle.
The working principle of IntelliFloat is completely based on, first we use an IMU sensor. IMU sensor basically combines accelerometer and gyroscope. Accelerometer basically detects the linear acceleration and the orientation across all the axes, like x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. And gyroscope works on the angular velocity. Angular velocity in sense, it helps us to know detects the rotation and how the body is resting. And when there's a sudden spike in the acceleration and rotation, that identifies that there has been a fall or even someone fell from the boat. And we've also induced a buoyancy based pressure sensor. As the pressure increases, as the depth decreases, the pressure increases. As well, when the body is decreasing and going under, it will detect and it will provide basically a signal. And upon when all the conditions are met, a CO2 cartridge will be triggered, and that will start the inflation. And once the tubes are filling with this carbon dioxide, and it provides a valid buoyancy for that. And we have also induced and used a SOS signal as well. When all the conditions are met and carbon dioxide cartridges are open, SOS alert signal is sent using a GPS module, and that will be detected by the nearby patrolling boats or any coastal areas. Now, my friend will explain about the market feasibility.
It's not going. Okay. Market strategy is not included in this PPT, but I will say about it. So right now, this smart jacket system is booming globally. Actually, in India, it's not yet introduced right now. So when I have searched about the global market, they have introduced a smart jacket, but it's too costly. Like it's more expensive. Small fishermen can't afford them. it's around 50k, 70k around it. So actually, but what our model is like, we are integrating the sensors, GPS, SOS, everything in the low cost around 4k as a prototype model right now. Then, like as we sell in the bulk or large scale, we can scale it down up to 1.5k or 2k as for them. So the market value of this smart jacket in globally right now it's 300 to 400 million dollars. As of now in India, it's not been introduced. Only some small startups are there, and in India, the normal jackets are there, which is around 34 million. That is 34 million actually. It's not that it doesn't have any smart systems. Only it has a GPS system. That's it. Then system loaded, and our competitors, like, they're not focusing on the low cost. They're only just selling the jacket only for the profit, everything. But we are focusing on that, focusing that area that it is low cost, affordable, and it can save their life, so that they can afford it. I will say that our smart jacket will detect the danger, whatever the condition is, then it will respond very fast, and later it will save the life. So I will move to the future scopes. We will do some modification done by my friend.
Our system can be modified and included more advanced features as how we see. And one of the primary things that can be included is using a cardiac sensor, which can be sense the distress signals or any other disparities. And if we advance and if we use some advanced features, this will be not only limited to the fishermen. It can also be used in cruise ships or yachts or any other few other marine, etc. And we can also induce the satellite-based communication, because in many remote areas many boats will not able to pick up the signals because there will be a GPS limitation. We can use the satellite communication systems to work on that, and we can also use some smart inflation systems in sense that the buoyancy will be based on body's angular velocity, angular momentum, or how the body is resting. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, while presenting, you would have shown this picture.
Sorry?
While presenting, you would have shown more picture, would have given more clarity to the jury. Yeah, I think it's all conceptual, which I see, and all about your research and few imagination.
So right now it's an ideation stage, right?
Yeah, it looks, yeah, so. And about price also, you're not very sure about the, like it's saying 5,000, you're saying 5,000, you're saying 5,000, 3,000, like that you're saying. Each,
Sir, actually based on the sensors, like the ESP, IMU sensors and CO2 cartridge systems, the CO2 cartridge systems are around 1K, ESP32 around 400, and then additional sensors are around 800. So it will be rough estimate. You can make it as 4K as a prototype model.
It's you just think about product only. Okay, when it comes to a production line and labor, all that.
Production line, then we will focus on that. Like we need a mentor actually. As a mentor, like right now.
Just try to involve that point in the next
sure.
maybe presentation time. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, judges. The time taken by the team to present is 7 minutes 37 seconds.
I request all the participants to switch off the mic on the stage and come down, because it's a punishment for me who's sitting right in front of the mic every time, that peculiar noise. So switch off the mic on the stage and come down.
The team which is presenting now is CSF 110. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 110. CSF 115, please be ready.
evening, everyone. Before I begin with, I want you to remember the last time you ate fish. Delicious, right? But have you ever wondered what happens to the things we won't eat? That is the waste, which includes the skin, bones, the shrimp or the prawn shells, etc. All these waste, like most of them are dumped into the sea or they are dumped into the lands, causing landfills. My name is Paurnavi and I am with my teammates Ranjit and Shaman to pitch our idea, FinLoop.
According to the recent data from the Ministry of Fisheries, India produces 197.75 lakhs tons of fish every year. So, at least 25% of the fish waste becomes waste, and then 50 tons of fish waste like shells, shrimps, or any other fish related waste that is generated annually just in India. In Mangaluru also in harbour it generates 13% of the India's total coastal fish waste, and that's a documented number from the peer review research, not just a guess. And most of the waste that directly goes to the landfills, and because of there is no system to move it to the anywhere else.
Now this becomes a major pain point. The fish waste is not exactly the waste. The shrimp shell, which can be converted into chitin, that is used in the pharmaceuticals and medical industries. The fish skin becomes the marine collagen, and that is used in the cosmetics and anti-aging supplements. So the waste is not exactly the waste. The industries need it to convert it to the value-added products.
So FinLoop is simple, and it's a platform that connects the waste it's a digital platform for a waste generator directly linked with the industrial buyers, and with the logistic and fair pricing and impact tracking built in. So let us see how it is worked. There is 4 steps. First is list price, collect and pay. This is a major workflow, and in a critical point is that most of the people will miss stage 3, where the collector hub. Individual fisher do not have the capacity to produce or give the waste to the industrial buyers because they are very in small amount, and but the 10 fishers can do that. And these are the 4 workflow that we will solve this.
For example, the fish waste generators will open the FinLoop app, and they'll list that let's say they have 50 kgs of prawn shell waste. Our FinLoop app will suggest them the price accordingly to the today's market price. Say we have 1,500 for 1 ton of waste. We collect the waste from them, and then we sell it to the industries which pre-process the waste into value products. Now, the prawn shell becomes chitosan, and it is used in the pharma industries. The fish bones becomes gelatin and collagen, which is used in the cosmetics and food industry. The fish viscera is used as a fish meal that is used in the aquaculture feed, and the fish scales that can become the bioactive peptides used in the nutraceuticals. Why FinLoop? There's no digital platform that connects the fish waste generators with the industries that need them. So FinLoop is the only app if we build it. Then the demand-based pricing. The real-time pricing engine gives fishers fair, transparent market rates. The middlemen are the ones who collect the fish waste and then they sell it to the mill. So they buy the products for a fairly low price and then they'll make a profit by selling it to the mill. Modular and expandable platform architecture supports agricultural and food processing waste streams, not just the fish. We can expand the industry by also adding the other bio waste such as the coconut shrimps, which is also used to become the value product.
Global fishery byproducts, that's basically the product which is completely built on fish waste. So it's worth around $26.3 billion and with a growth rate of 7.3% every year and projected to hit $37.5 billion by 2030. This is a fast growing global industry. And so next coming to the India is where exactly India fits. So India is the second largest fish producer globally, and with an total addressable market for organized fish waste platform is 3,800 crores within 3 years. That's the gap and where the Finloop is exactly stepping into.
Now let me take you to the through the rough estimations of a rollout plan. We'll firstly only focus on the Udupi-Mangaluru region. So assume there will be approximately 3 to 5 tons of waste. Now let's consider 3 tons of waste in one harbour per day. So the average price will vary from 12 rupees to 30 rupees. The daily value will be 36,000 rupees. So monthly it will be 10.10 lakh. So this is just the one harbour's estimation. So if we consider 10 harbours, it will be 12 to 15 crore per year. So our revenue will consider 10% commission. So 1.2 to 1.5 crore per year. And then the phase 2 will expand to the Karnataka and Kerala coastlines. Now, we don't have any competitors who have a digital platform for the fish waste management. The Captain Fresh, they have raised 200 million of capital. So that is a B2B supply chain for the fresh fish, not the waste. Similarly, Fresh to Home, they also manage the fresh fish supply, not the waste fish. The local.
I'm sorry to tell you that you said there are no competitors for you. Actually, fish waste sellers are already there in the market, and just go to India Mart and type fish waste sellers, and go for world business. That is another platform. And India Mart is another platform. There are competitors in a very large scale. And this looks like, for me, to call it a startup or innovative activity, this appears to be one of the platforms which you are creating. And do little bit of research work that to give you a different shape, that it is not like India Mart or not like this one. It is something like you're trading. Buying from someone, giving it to someone, you are creating a platform. But innovation out of it, or to call it a purely startup, somewhere you need to have a research. Because when you said that, just then and there you can just search whether is there any competitors in fish waste sellers. There are. India Mart and go for world business.
We have inquired 2 restaurants, seafood restaurants. So they'll have the fish waste on daily basis. So they dump the fish waste.
They might have told you, "Enkel dairla pasam opinagliji, aven enkel dakwa." But this is a large business, like how the scrap business is there. All the Indian scrap go to South Africa. So it's like that. So just do a little bit of more of ground. This is concern.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, out of you 3, who is going to be a sales and marketing head?
Not sure, sir.
Then you have to think of.
Yeah, sure.
Because it requires a lot of marketing, sales, and someone should take the ownership. Definitely, application you can develop as per your skill. Fill loop, you can go with all the options, the selling options, all that price, everything you can develop it. But who will be taking care of ownership? I can say, right? CEO, co-founder, all three of you are going to lead the organization. Make sure that who will be taking care of sales and marketing head. It's literally a little tough, I can say, when you compete with other brands. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. The team which is presenting now is CSF 115. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 115. CSF 123, please be ready.
Good evening, judges. My name is Vaishak Ratan Shetty, and I'm here to present my startup idea, that is CureQuest. So, let's look at the problem. Let's dive into the problem. The main problem in India, as you all can see this image, there's a mannequin that is lying on a bed inside a closed room. And this mannequin is approximately costing from 5 to 10 lakhs for most of the types. So, in most of the Indian medical colleges or allied health sciences colleges, these mannequins are just closed behind the glass doors, not usually allowed access to all students every time. Usually it is only allowed under the supervision of certain doctors or medical professionals. Then, one more, because of this particular scene that the mannequin is not usually accessible to all the students are lacking behind with the practical exposure, because allowing a medical student or MBBS graduate directly from a textbook part into treating on a real patient, a real life patient, is a nightmare. This particular problem results in 90% of the medical colleges having students with inadequate practical exposure. So this is the problem that currently in medical industry we are facing. So there comes my solution, an integrated VR gamified ecosystem. So our solution is more of a software that includes medical cases, adaptive medical cases, and VR surgical simulations, as well as a faculty dashboard. So let's look at the first one, adaptive AI cases. So here, there will be a virtual patient in a software, a virtual patient. The patient will react dynamically. The patient will react dynamically to our treatment. So our students, or our medical students, are allowed to interact with the software, with the virtual patient, and each case will be having different diseases, different problems, and different set of treatments that need to be given. And our students are supposed to interact with the software, provide treatment, and make sure the the virtual patients are curing themselves. If in case the treatment is not working, if in case the wrong procedures or wrong treatments were performed, the virtual patient's vitals will go down. And if the treatments are working or if the right methods were used to treat the patient, the vitals will increase. So our virtual patient will react dynamically to the treatment given by the medical students. Then, VR surgical simulations. So, for treatments such as procedural treatments, such as inserting stents or any kind of operations, or if in case there's a fracture, the doctor need to cut through the skin, cut through the muscles, and would have to rejoin the bone. And there are certain procedures to perform that. So that entire procedure can be simulated using a VR headset. And faculty dashboard. So this is a software that we will be providing to the medical college management as well as the faculties, where they can track the performance and analytics of the students. For example, in which area they are lagging behind, or in which area they are performing well, what are the analytics, how well they are performing. All these data will be provided to the college management. Okay. So our solution would be a lab as a service. We will be providing a lab. We'll set up an entire lab with VR included. Our software will be provided, and content will be updated regularly as per the regulations change, as well as technical support and training will be provided. So innovation and originality. So what makes us different from our competitors? There are already a couple of VR simulators present in India. So what makes us different is, unlike our competitors who follow scripted videos, basically in their VR headset, there are step-by-step instructions that are provided to the students. Step 1, if we perform X, Y happens, and if we perform Y, Z happens. There are a set of instructions given, and the students are basically following those instructions and performing the surgical aspect. So, in our software, we have dynamic patients. The patient react to the treatment. If the students are performing right treatment, the patient will, the vitals will increase. If the treatment is not going right, the vitals will decrease. So it will result in a virtual patient dying at the end, instead of directly trying it on a real life patient. So that is one innovation that we have done. Then we are also providing blockchain verified badges, so that our future employers can look at those badges and identify the skills that are present in the upcoming doctors or medical professionals. And hybrid integration. We don't just sell software. We provide a lab that is integrated with the college curriculum. We customize our services and curriculum in such a way that it can be integrated easily with the college's curriculum. Technical feasibility. So in part of the hardware, we are using a MetaQuest 3S, which is a cost-effective, high-fidelity, and it requires no PC to run. So we are using MetaQuest. Then for software, we are building it on Unity or Unreal, most probably Unity. With a React-based analytic dashboard. For faculty dashboard, we will use React. And we are using offline first, because in rural India, or where the network coverage is not that great, we can have an offline first setup where the software or the medical cases will be inbuilt in the headsets, VR headsets, inbuilt memory storage. So it can be run offline without the require of any internet or servers required. It can directly run with the storage of the MetaQuest 3S. Okay, now we'll just look into the market opportunity. In India, according to my survey, there are about 800 plus medical colleges, MBBS colleges, and thousands of allied health sciences and nursing institutes. So in total, the medical colleges contribute about 1.2 lakh MBBS seats. And one more market opportunity is the NMC, that is National Medical Commission, has provided certain regulations for 2026 that every medical college should have a digital skill labs, a simulation labs. So this is a mandatory market opportunity, and colleges are actually looking for such an alternative to set it up in their colleges. Okay, so this is our business model. So we have planned to work on a B2B model first of all. We will collaborate with different colleges, medical colleges, allied health sciences colleges, as well as nursing institutes. And we are planning to have a subscription per student per year. Instead of a college paying an hefty amount at once. Should I stop?
What is your background?
I'm from engineering.
Okay.
Computer science.
See, one thing, the limitation what you need to add on in your presentation is like, this is a simulation, not the final this one. Maybe as they are entering clinical, and maybe halfway through the clinical, this can be introduced. Because there is an emotional quotient and personal touch always makes a difference in treating a patient. You said like, even though certain parameters, like, it's, I could understand that you're an engineer because the programmed activity doesn't happen in medical science. Imagine if there are 4 patients on the bed of similar disease. People have come back from COVID, people have died on COVID, all had similar symptoms, all were given similar treatment, but some of them came back, some of them died. So somewhere that VR is not 100% applicable for healthcare, but definitely it has got a very bright future. Very, very bright future. Because see, I agree that colleges are proposing, and on the certain things, I think you need to work on with probably a group of doctors, like which all the areas you have to withdraw, which all the areas you need to add on. I think that is my sincere concern. It has got a bright future.
Can I?
Yeah, please.
Everything you told are already included in our plan. First thing is we are not directly replacing a touch and feel sensation as you told, because there's something called muscle memory. So we are only working on a student's critical thinking and decision making aspect, because in a hospital environment they will have to take decisions quickly. A doctor might have to take decisions quickly and he'll have to react quickly with decision making. So we are working on that aspect, since new medical cases arrive every new time. So the MBBS student can react to new cases every single time he is interacting with the software. So we are basically working on a student's critical thinking aspect, how well he can identify and work on the patient.
Somewhere I need to contradict here. See, I'll tell you, medical science down the line, not like engineering, will change probably every 5 months, not like 5 years or this one. It can even change every 5 days also.
Yes.
So that is one concept you have to keep in mind, that it's okay, it cannot be programmed in any way, but it's a wonderful initiative, but you cannot say that, okay, it can be structured in such a way that it can be progressing see, you cannot say that. The simulation can be done to, probably I would say, restrict to 30%. With my experience in practicing for so many years, can be 30% or maximum 40%. I agree with you that, okay, simulation to certain, but not all the simulation labs are successful, because that end results you said, no, if you do this, the patient is going to die. So critical analysis, critical thinking is fine, but now the entry of new medicines, new diseases and other things, you need to be really hands-on with the present, changes in the medical field. That's what I'm saying. That's what is my concern.
Yes, sir. And one more thing is I wanted to mention that every medical case that will be uploaded or updated into our software will be always verified from certain set of doctors, a group of doctors. They will interact with the software. They will only provide certain details, which will be then further coded into the software. Thanks. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, judges. Note that the next team that will be presenting is CSF 123. I'll repeat it again. CSF 123.
Slow down again. Repeat again.
Okay. The next team that will be presenting is CSF 123. Please note, CSF 129, be ready. You're next up.
Slowly, not fast.
He's changed.
Hello everyone, my name is Srinidhi and this is my team Ajay and Shishir. So imagine a truck from a very large business travels from Bangalore to Mangalore, but while returning he has to return empty, and also there is a lot of fuel wastage in that. And in the other hand, a small business from Mangalore wants to transport 10 boxes of cashews to Bangalore. So he contacts a broker, but for half the space, he has to pay for the full cargo. In this case, he has to overpay. Whereas the truck of the large business travels through his shop empty. They both wanted to connect. They both wanted each other, but they couldn't connect. So next slide. Yeah. First slide. Yeah. So this is not just a small problem in India. Like India spends around double the global average in logistic costs. That's around like $180 billion in lost. So, and also government of India has set a deadline from around 2030 to solve this issue. So, yeah. So our solution is LogiShield. We provide a platform for them to connect. For them to connect. So in our platform, after the goods is delivered, the company enters three things. One is the space available, the destination, and what kind of goods were carried in the previously. So, and this gets notified to the small business. So in this case, what happens is the small business pays half the usual rate, and the cargo which was going to come back empty earns profit. And in our hub, we have 5 features. There is fuel priority routing. That is, usually Google Maps gives you the fastest routes. But here, what we do is we give in steep roads, they take 2 times more fuels than the straight roads. So we give you the cheapest route, not the fastest, which saves fuel, which is fuel efficient. Yeah, and this cargo share matching, that is what the small business, the empty truck is matched with the large scale business, empty truck is matched with the small scale business. And this is smart contract is the low brokerage cost. And this is real-time analytics. So we have a feature that in the small scale business can track the real-time location of their goods traveling. And this is predictive analysis. This is one of the extra feature. That is, we predict the products that will be in profit for the small businesses. And the further will be explained.
So, hello guys, my name is Ajay Bangiera. So, I will be explaining how the system works. So, as she said, after the goods are delivered by the large scale systems to the destination, so it will return after an empty ride. So there is a lot of fuel wastage there. So what we do is, so after delivering the goods to the destination, so there will be, the user has to enter the details about like which type of vehicle is that and how much unused space is there in that and which destination it is going. So these messages will be flagged in our website. So if in that route, if a user comes in contact, so the user sees all these messages. So when he books this unused space, so he has to do this by, so does he want any additional labors or and does he want to extend the destination? So since the large scale has been, does the destination from A to B or B to C, B to A, if he has to extend, he has to pay extra money for it. So after this, now goods reach the destination of the small scale, that is a warehouse. So the message will be gone to the wholesaler that these types are arrived. So you can buy it. And the second part is, so think a large scale company which doesn't own any truck. So we are making a separate dashboard for brokers. So broker will have the information about the many companies who will be wanting the trucks. So he will be connecting the trucks to them. So we will get commissions from them. And that was about my part. So this is the fuel priority. So often Google Map only show the fastest path, right? So what we would do is, the Google doesn't shows the elevation part. So when we elevate, so more power is generated and more fuel is wasted. So other than that, we choose an ordinary straight surface where fuel is less used and efficiently used. Next part. So this is a smart stock system. So as I said, when goods reach the destination, such as a warehouse or the small scale businessman, so the notification will be gone to the wholesaler, right? So we will also provide a suggestion like these type of festivals are coming, and you can buy these type of goods. So you can maximize your profits and gains. For this, you will be using Grok and Meta Profit. So that's it.
So this is the Logishield workflow. So the input of all the trucks and all the brokers on all the SME and the large scale companies will be inserted over here. Logistic intelligence, truck GPS data, real time routes, driver location tracking. Like how what is filled in the truck, if it is empty or if it's not empty, that will be inputted here. Then after that, it will be sent to the identification, if the truck is empty or not, if it has a part-time parcel or not, a full-time parcel, if the whole truck is empty or not, it will be filled over here. Then it predicts what type of location it might go. So the users will understand what type of location it will go. So for them to understand where they can deliver their parcels. Then matching, freight and cargo suggestions. So where the nearby shipments, for the users to understand where the nearby shipments are there. Then execution. So after all those things, it will be executed, the truck will be assigned and you will get the supplies. Then the market potential, the numbers are not small. So USD 200 billions, Indian logistic market today, projected by USD to the 380 billions. So 2030. So if the market crashes or if there is any problem like fuel problems or any war is there, the trucks and everything will be stopped. So for that, to avoid that, we'll show like what type of cargo and what type of
Yeah, good effort. But have you heard about Porter? Porter, Porter, Porter. Yeah, go back and just check it. Yeah, already a Porter app, they are working all this activity and they already on action. So just research more before you develop all this Logishield, right? Yeah. Next part about, can you go back to a slide where you are mentioning about the USD 200 billion, right? So don't consider entire logistics here when you are targeting or showing about your number or something. So because I am into supply chain, logistics experience, I have come across with the bigger warehouses, logistics inventory, all that, right? Yeah, the price what you are talking about, right, projected, but what is your target area and which one you are going to target and how much money like the $1 billion will be there, that you have to explain in the presentation. That's the advice. Yeah, effort is good, but you have to put more effort on your product. Okay, you can it's kind of a copy of some other existing application which you are going to drive or develop, but might be working on fine tuning on a local maybe area where other bigger companies are not able to do it, or maybe they are not worried about small amount of saving or supporting local vendor or maybe truck logistics side of work. Yeah, that's how you can work out. Maybe a social cost you can do it, not like a business model, I can say here. Yeah. Thank you.
Which part you will start in, STL or PTL? Have you heard about STL and PTL? That's a main thing in logistics. STL and PTL, that partial sharing or total sharing, that is what is the basic.
Partial sharing.
Yeah, but the thing is like, you said you will be sharing the portion of it. There you come under STL also. So yes. Look into it. I agree with the jury, what he said, that like, he's purely into logistics, where you need to understand that you have mentioned about SMEs in Bangalore and Udupi district, where how much is the logistics, because all these people are doing, and it looks like a model, it's a copy model, but whatever said and done, I don't want to discourage you, but what are you special in, like you can add on, you can think of beautifying the same concept, it will work. This will definitely work. Logistic is the future, it will definitely work. How can that be? In STL, PTL, what is your field? That is what you have to think. Or you may include both, it might work.
Okay. So we are generally providing employment for large scale, small scale, and for us also, and also broker and the. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
ನಮ್ಮ NLPBL type features mana
Oh.
ಗೊತ್ತಾ
Oh, ಬರ್ಚಾನ್. ಬರ್ಚ್.
The next team that will be presenting is CSF 129. I repeat, the next team that will be presenting is CSF 129. Note that CSF 130 you will be presenting next, so please be ready. CSF 129. Here, point it there and change, okay? Sure.
So, good evening, judges and all participants gathered here. We are team CSF 129. Across the world today, the energy creation and sustainable solution is a critical challenge in this today's world. So, the main part of that is the major impact is on fisheries, that is small fishing boats. So we have proposed a solution for that, wave-powered micro-energy generator for small fishing boats. We are using a mixed flow Francis turbine. The energy gap is over 20 million plus fisheries in the dark. It means where the solar is not feasible during night. And also the gas generator, right now the fuel crisis, it is facing a major challenge. So the solar problem is solar panels fail precisely while fisheries need more power. And one more thing is in solar, they can only charge the batteries and keep it and store for, use it for some times. After the battery drained, they cannot recharge using solars. And it affects on weather also. So if weather is very bad, solar energy we cannot use. And one more thing is gas generator. Gas generator is a chance like diesel. Nowadays there is a fear of diesel crisis, fuel crisis. So it also affects this. And one more thing is safety crisis. Without reliable power, GPS navigation and also light fishing, it doesn't work. So we are introducing wave flow, the 24/7 ocean powered solution. So our solution is a wave powered mixed flow Francis turbine. So wave flow is a compact wave powered generator that transforms the constant motion of waves into reliable electrical power, operating day and night, storm or shine. So what are the benefits? If we see the benefits of that, it is fuel-free energy. It is a renewable energy. So it does not harm any environment or any living organism in the aquatic life. And also 24/7 operations. And also proven turbine technology. The mixed flow Francis turbine is already proven technology. So that we can make it compact and redesign into the for the small fisheries boat. So how Francis turbine is different from other means, like now we have Pelton turbine, Kevlar turbine and all. So there one Pelton turbine is axial flow and Kevlar turbine is radial flow. So Francis turbine mixes to both of the technologies. That is axial flow and radial flow. The water enters radially through the wave motion and also high torque conversion. And the axial power, that means the water enters radially into the turbine and stores there for some time, and it goes down by generating the electricity. So this is the working mechanism of that. Ocean waves, and also it takes the power of boat motion, and water enters the chamber, and then oscillating water flow. And then it goes mixed flow Francis turbine. Through that, it generates the power, and electricity generated, and it can be stored in batteries for further use. And it is on the right side, it is one of right now available technologies. So that we are taken for just for reference as that. This is closed loop hydraulic protection. This is why this matters, because like in the sea there will be a sand or some other things. It might damage the blades of the turbine. So we are sealing it for sealed environment. Francis turbine operates entirely with sealed chamber filled with clean hydraulic fluid, which never expose outside, or it does not corrode. And also corrosion prevention, as I said. And one more thing is no clogging risk. Hydraulic fluid filtration system keeps internal components pristine, so that there is no clogging in the internal part of the turbine. And also biofouling resistance. Smooth sealed surfaces prevent barnacles and marine growth for accumulating critical components or reducing efficiency. So why mixed flow Francis turbine is, it is compact in size, smooth operation, and we get continuous power, and also works with oscillating flow, low speed wave conditions also. In some time we cannot expect the same wave velocity every time. So it works with low velocity of the wave also. So this is currently available Francis turbine, which is used in large ships. So performance comparison, if you do, the power output for our proposed solution is 50 to 150 watts continuous, and in solar panels 50 to 200 watts, but it works only daytime only. Plus it is only when the weather condition is very good. During rainy season and all, it does not work. And also if gas generator 100 to 300 watts, but intermittent, and it faces the challenges like this one, fuel crisis. And operating hours also 24/7, and weight it comes around 8 kg. Weather dependency is very low. Fuel required, it does not require fuel, and upfront cost is approximate 20,000. And maintenance is also very low. And in solar panels, everything matters. Weather dependency is very high. And also cost will be around 16,000 to 33,000. And it requires occasionally maintenance. And for gas generator, weekly maintenance is required. Gas generator in the sense like a petrol or diesel generator. So nowadays, most of the small fishing boats rely on these gas generators. And global opportunity has this 20 million small fishing boats. 12 million is in South and East Asia and Pacific, like the countries in Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, and also in India. 5 million in Sub-Saharan Africa, and 3 million in Latin America. Overall, as I said, high fuel cost will be the major problem for these boats. And impact and sustainability. Our proposed solution meets the SDG 7 and SDG 14, that is affordable clean energy and life below water. And even it is safer at sea, keeps the fishermen like continuous GPS navigation, VHF radios, and emergency lights powered continuously. And also income protection, like they don't have to spend much on, like if they rely on gas generators, they have to spend more money on fuel, and it takes their income. So this saves their this. And this is cost comparison.
Which system your this is not something new. This is existing already in the market. Do you belong to EMG or TENG or piezoelectric or DEG? What category you belong to?
Yeah, they are, as you are telling that it is for large fishing boats.
No, are there any competitors? No, I'm just talking about the technology. I'm not talking about the boats.
Okay.
See, all these are what I spoke about is technology.
Yeah, we are not innovating new thing.
No, which technology you are using? That is what is.
Yeah, that is what Francis turbine. Francis turbine technology.
No, that is turbine, right?
Yeah.
The technology in which it works.
Like?
But anyway, are there any competitors? You didn't get my question. The first one. Second one is, are there any competitors?
No, right now the competitors is like for small fish, as I said, for small fishing boats, this technology is very new. So right now there are no competitors for this.
Core Power and Crest Wing are the two companies which manufacture the small generators for the small boats. Core Power and Crest Wing. Refer. You will have an answer. Because sometimes, like, in innovation, you should be ready to find out who are your competitors or business rivals. So then you will compete better. If you have people in that field, if you assume that there is no one, then you will keep on doing it. But if you feel that there are someone, and you will compete. This is just a suggestion. I'm not, because
Okay,
somewhere I felt you people are lacking, because Crestwing is one of the very popular company.
Like they are as you said, they are not manufacturing for small fishing boats. Like
They are for the small fishing.
they are not in, as we research in coastal area, like in our Mangalore and nearby. They are not using. They are heavily dependent on fuel generators or solar powered. Okay.
There's a chance they may introduce, right? Like imagine already they are product based company. They are generating a bigger or smaller or anything. They have a capacity of producing it. That's why sir is saying.
Okay.
You just research about competitor who is there and you're driving in the same boat, right? You're trying to produce same kind of a product, but you're only thinking in a small boat and kind of a opportunity. Yeah, definitely you can research a little more, then you can go ahead on that development. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, judges. The next team that I will be presenting is CSF 130. I repeat, CSF 130. Please note, CSF 132, you are presenting next. 129. Yeah. Please note that CSF 132, you are up next, so please be ready.
Good evening. I am Dhanush, and we are here with a self-curing technology for cement. It's basically called as self-curing concrete. So, okay. So now the problem statement is, let's consider this mall. So in this mall, we have used more amount of cements. Also, we have used more volume of waters to create this big mall. After building this mall, so we should apply or we should spray some water so that the walls of this mall will gain some strength. But the problem is we should use more volume of water so that some waters will be wasted. So what if we use this self-curing technology? So what happens while constructing? The cement itself will absorb the water and it will release the water gradually so that we can save some waters and more resources. Okay, so this is how it works. Basically, we are using ternary super absorbent polymer with acrylic acid AMPS with AM plus silica fumes and PCA superplaster. So how it works? The main core component is SAP and the rest alkalic acid and so on. It plays a main role in absorbing the water. Next we have silica fume. It will fill all the tiny holes. Next we have superplaster. So what PCA superplaster will do is basically it creates a mixture so that you need a less amount of water comparatively without not using it. And okay, this is how it works during the mixing stage. Initially, this is our pre-mixture. We will be providing pre-mixture. So what you should do is you should mix that pre-mixture with the cement with water, so that we get a concrete. So this is our sap pre-mixture initially. After mixing with water, this sap pre-mixture will consume the water. So this is how it looks after consuming the water. Initially its size is small. After consuming, it will look like this after swallowing the water. Next, what happens, it will gradually release the water, and it will take from 1 to 28 days to release the water, so that you don't need any external water to, in traditional method, what we spray the water after construction frequently, so that it will, the cement will, strengthen. But here it's not necessary. Internally the cement will release the water, so that we can get a stronger hold. Okay, so this is a void which is created after all the water is evaporated. So this void is being filled by the silica fume. Okay, so what is the innovation? So basically we have this product in the market, but the innovation which we are using is instead of, so in product they are using standard polycrylate, but here we are using trinary super absorbent polymer with extra features, and also we use silica fumes to fill the voids. And next, the point is we cannot directly use the polymer chain directly in the cement, because the pH value of cement is greater, like it's around, basically basic, and it's around 13 or 12. So our silicon chain will break. So to prevent this, we'll be using this AMPS, which will normalize it, and so that our silicon chain won't break. And this is the competitive advancement which we can use. So basically, what are the main advantages? As India is a developing country, it's currently developing, and more resources is being built, like roads and hospitals and so on. So what happens there, as we build bigger buildings, we need a more volume of water, and more volume of water is being wasted there. So when we implement this, using a less amount of water, we can construct a building, and also we can prevent the transportation cost. If we consider concrete roads, so we transport water using big tankers, so we can prevent that. And also for roads, housing and so on, we can use that. And who are our target customers? So basically we are providing our component as a pre-mixture, so you should use it with the cement. So the big builders like Rowan Corporation and so on, constructors and contractors can use our product. And also for houses you can use that, and mainly for remote areas where there will be a shortage of water, so that we cannot waste any water. And a business model will be explained by Alan.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Alan. So, as my friend said here, so what it will do is like, so we'll be having two solutions. One is the normal SAP solution. So we will be pricing it as 250. So what it contains, it won't contain any silica gels, no silica fumes. So it won't fill any voids. The other one is premium. So premium contains all the three components of our mixture. So what it will do, like let me take a basic example. So like when building this mall, so what happens, like after constructing everything, so every day there must be some workers, so who will come and water this. So if we make a rough calculation, so taking that worker, like he may be pays 200 per day, then it will happen like 600 to 1400 rupees for nearly 1000 liters of water and all. So it will be expensive for every day. So you have to pay nearly 1000 to 2000 rupees every day to maintain this building. So instead of doing this, what we can do is we can just sell this product. So it won't make any effect and all. So it won't have any effect in it and all. The other one is like, okay, so for like to approach the builders and all, we can directly approach them. So we can just show them, like we can do like make two concrete slabs. So one in traditional method, the other one is using this. Then we can show the advantages and all, like you don't need any person to water it and also then they can even test it, like compared to this normal traditional method, our method is a little bit durable and cost saver. So it will be very helpful for everyone. So that's all about our business model. So thank you.
Who are your competitors?
We have multiple competitors in India. I have made research on it, but the problem is they are not.
Who are they?
I have the research. Like I just
can
forgot.
tell you, Ramco, Ultratech, MCON, these are all manufacturing without water curing concrete.
Okay.
In what way you are special? Because see, competing with such big stakeholders is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Because in case if you mentioned about Rowan Corporation and this building and all, do you think they will trust on a newer or a small brand? This is just concern.
Yeah.
And the second thing is you told 200 rupees one person you need to water the building, and in the entire building 1,400 rupees. That is not at all the statistics. Somewhere the statistics have to improve. You're getting my point?
Yeah, yes, sir.
See, nowadays the basic wages, what are the basic wages of the workers, skilled labor and non-skilled laborers?
Working labor will for month around he will earn around 9,000.
No, not at all. They are better than doctors and engineers. They earn more than minimum 1,400, 1,500 is their daily labor, and the labor class is 700 to 900 rupees in a small town.
Yes, sir.
And Mangalore will be 2,000 and probably around 1,200.
Okay.
Imagine for such a big building. So work out the statistics on a better way. And Ramco, Ultratech, these are the, and MCON, these are the competitors in your field. They are the big stakeholders. There are two ways. One is ready-made, another one is add-on.
Add-on.
You are talking about add-on, right?
Yeah, it's an add-on. Do they use silica fumes? Do they use? Okay. Okay, sir.
Thank you, judges. Please note that this team took 6 minutes, 48 seconds to finish the presentation. And the next team that will be presenting is CSF 132. I repeat, the next team that will be presenting is CSF 132. And CSF 133, please be ready. You're up next.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Nishan and these are my teammates Rohit and Sri Harsha. So before going to the problem statement, let me say a small story. During my COVID days, we used to play crickets. So during that time, lockdown times, the police were not allowed to play in the ground, our regular ground. So we were searching an alternative ground. So while searching alternative ground, we found a ground. There, nearby, they were doing the shrimp farming. We used to go there and see like what they are doing, how they are feeding the fishes and all. And after the COVID end, so next year, in 2021 or 22, I guess, when we went again, they were cultivating, but suddenly they stopped it. So while asking the neighbor houses or peoples, they said the various reasons, maybe due to the lack of feeding or food or maintenance, several reasons they have said. So after that, we were just stopped that, we are not going that places because has COVID ended and we went to a regular ground. So while searching for the idea for the spark, we thought that why we could not find the main problem and find a solution for that. So while searching, we found a problem and we built a solution called as Acoustic Catch AI powered smart monitoring system for aquaculture farms. So okay, sir. So the problem statement basically, in the fish farms, most of the fish farms may be murky or fresh also. So the limited visibility in the murky ponds and the feeding based on the guesswork. Sometimes the farmers will feed based on the guesswork. They don't know exactly the fish has got sufficient food or not. And due to this, he may cost a loss. If he feed more, that he has to spend a more amount on the food itself. And the late disease detection, maybe he can't predict the disease. After the fish dies, he may predict that there is some disease in the fish. And there is no real-time So we have proposed a solution like AI-powered smart monitoring system, which uses the hydrophone, camera and sensors, so which helps to detect the disease in earlier stages, and also the real-time monitoring systems. So even in the low visibility conditions, the farmer can know how the fishes are surviving in the ponds also. So how it works? Basically, we have used hydrophone, camera and multi-sensors. So for hydrophone, we have used Aquarian H2A, so through which it detects the splashing sounds of the fish and the movement, like the feeding movement also. And in the weatherproof camera, we can it is placed on top of the pond, so that we can know that the fish moves faster. Like if the fish is hungry, it obviously moves in nearby places, and if the fish is not much hungry, it moves slowly. So, and multi-sensors, like we have used the sensors like pH sensors, temperature sensors and dissolved oxygen sensors. So these data will be gone to the IoT gateway node. Through IoT gateway node, it processes the data and stores in the locally. And these data are sent to the AI processing. So in AI processing, we are using the multiple algorithms, like for hydrophone, we are using RNN and CNN. And even for cameras, we are using CNN for image processing, and YOLO model for object detections. And various temperature sensors like BS 18B, 18B, BS 16B, 18 something. So through this, we will get the output for the mobile app for the farmer, like the water quality panel, fish and feed panel, and even the growth of the estimation, like the fish is growing or not. So in our project, the innovation and originality is basically when we research. So when we research, we got to know that there are the two companies, like one is eFishery, which uses camera to detect the movement, and Bosch Aquaculture, that uses sensor to detect the quality of the water. So we are going to integrate all these two along with the hydrophone, so that it makes our project innovative. And we are using the key advantages, as we are using hydrophone, it works in the murky water also. And zone-based monitoring, like in a large ponds, we are going to divide as a zone, like different zones. So in each zone, there are all the nodes, like which includes the sensor, cameras and hydrophone, so that we can track the movements of the fish. Like if there are large fish also, as we divide it into smaller parts, so that we can track every fish movements. And through this, AI feeding optimization and early disease detection can be done.
So nowadays, fish farming is growing very fast in India. So many members are starting farming because it grows get very fast profit. And also, it is a high demand and domestic and export markets. And in the market potential, in states like Andhra Pradesh, we are doing major contribution from in the key states. There are government supports and scheme boosting, and also there are huge scope for technology adoption. And next one, in a revenue model, there are device scales for smart node purchase per month, and also premium features are there in advanced and analytical and automation, and also in enterprises and solution. And another one is add-on integration like smart phase and automation systems.
So next one is about the cost estimation. So basically the first one is for the small scale setup. That is estimated around 7,000 to 14,000 per pond. So and next one is about the large scale setup. That is estimated for 21,000 to 48,000 per node. So basically per node means like 10 to 12 ponds that will be present in a one node. Next one is about the feasibility and the tech stack. So this is for the small scale setup, the camera, hydrophone, water sensors, edge device, and finally the basic AI models. So this is for the small scale setup. And then large scale setup, we have a cloud storage to store all the data related to the 10 to 12 ponds in one particular node. And also we are using the existing technologies such as the sensors, camera, and the hydrophones. Next one is about the future scope and the conclusion. So, like future scope is that we can predict algae bloom. Algae bloom is like the the plants will grow on the surface of the area, so the oxygen will not reach into the water. So the fishes will die. So based on that, so we can use satellite images for that algae bloom and predict the algae bloom.
In this technology, like how do you handle all the fishes? Like it will be a mass. Imagine 1,000, 2,000. It's a lakhs also, I can say, in a small font or bigger font. How all the moment you will capture? Like how do you decide like which fish has what problem, what kind of issue, challenges? Like do you manage to recognize that in the sensor? Or how do you manage it? Fast, its fish. You mentioned like a fish is hungry, then it will move faster and all. So how do you handle the behavior of each and every fishes? Maybe few fish will not even move also, even that hungry also, right? How do you manage that?
Like sir, you said that if there is a large pond, how will you manage, right? I said that
large fishes, pond also, and the behavior of each fish. Each fish will have different behavior, right? It is not like all fish should run when they are hungry or something, right?
Yeah. But some fishes, according to research, some fishes that move faster, like if they're hungry, they will search in the foods, like any algae or something will be there, right? They will search nearby, like, so we can say that in this zone, this fish is getting hungry. So based on that, we can predict, like, the movement and the splashing sounds that the fish uses. So in hydrophone, that detects those sounds. So we can say, I mentioned that we are using zones. So you can be many zone, like in a large pond, we can classify.
Are you going to make a zone from your end only, like where, okay, the owner of the pond is not ready to do all that activity? They say like you just install and go ahead and manage the process. They are not worried about all this setup, what you are expecting, right? Imagine that will be additional expenses for that person. Are you going to set up all that? Are you going to maintain and see all that, what they have to do?
But we can say that this is the best result, it will get the best result, like initial stage, like how to set up.
They will not listen. Like most of the owners will say like, I have put all the money here to develop all this, purchase all this. I want a solution. You just do it, whatever you want. Just they'll say and go, just depend on you. Then you'll be taking that pressure, right? How do you handle that? It's all sometimes like you are giving solution also to people, right? They expect you to do everything. Like they are depending on you only. You are the owner. You are the founder of the company or product, right?
We can provide the services like how the Samsungs and Xiaomi, like they will come and set up the product, right? So it is better to say that if you divide in a zone, it will give the
cost. Then cost will vary. That you mentioned about the cost. It comes under this value.
That is
how do you manage the
that
cost?
is approximate, sir. Like
that you have to give it about the additional challenges, like pros and cons, right? What challenges customers may come back and ask. How do you handle the rejection or maybe kind of an increment of a cost, all that? Yeah.
Okay,
just
sir.
advice from my end.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
ಯಾವ ಸೈಡ್ ಹಿಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ
Judges know that the team that will be presenting now is CSF 133. I repeat, CSF 133. The next team that will be presenting is CSF 134. Please be ready.
So good evening, one and all present here. I am Mukta and my teammates Pavitra and Bhavana here. Yeah, coming with the project Kavach X, an AI-enabled modular edge computing variable safety system. So let us imagine a situation where a rescue worker enters to a collapsed building, or a soldier moving in a low visibility area, or a firefighter in a smoke-filled structure. So in this situation, An real-time awareness system is very, very important, which can cost life if they lack in this. So the traditional system which are existing, they mainly focuses on cloud computing. When they detect the errors, the cloud needs to be calculate about the result and they have to send the alert. But considering this, our Kavach X will use the edge AI computing, where an AI model is implemented in Raspberry Pi AI module. Then it will detect the emergencies or detect the hazardness surrounding the environments. So it will give an alert to the person. It may be a soldier, it may be a firefighter, or it may be a let's see. Yeah. So the situations like hazardous cases, low visibility areas, or it may be a collapsed area. So in these situations, the people who are there can wear the system on their vest and they can easily get the alerts before something happens. Yeah. Coming to the traditional system, all the systems exist basically how they work, and manual alerting systems and delayed monitoring in the response time. So what our Kavach X advantage is edge AI local processing, real-time autonomous alerts, and checking the environments and health monitoring of the person. And also the data will be sent to the control centers which are near to them. Yeah. So the hardware foundation, Raspberry Pi, which is an CPU, can process the AI models, can process the image processing also. And coming to the software, Python-based edge computing and OpenCV for the computer vision. And also in future, if we are implementing the cloud infrastructure, then a Fire-based dashboard integration and a command center interface can be implemented with this. Yeah. So the core model is sensor, a camera, and edge processing, and an AI risk engine, and other decision. So what we are doing is customizing based on the application specific concepts. Yeah, these are the customification we can do. Defense operations, disaster responses, industrial safety, and fire services. Based on the application specific concepts, we are designing the system, like the training of the AI model or integration of the sensors. Based on the application specific, we are doing this. Yeah. Now the market model will be explained by Pavitra.
So our Kavach X model, this will be mainly follows the B2G and the B2B model. That's a business to government and the business to business. So here the total cost to manufacture the one unit device here, it is a 20 to 25,000 based on the consumer, whether they are the business persons or the governments. So if the B2G means the 25,000 will cost because the components are more. Then our selling price here is 30,000 per cost. So 5,000 will be the revenue for us from the one unit. In the future, we also thought for the subscription model. That means for a month, we will be providing the 300 of rupees. That means for a day, it's a 10 rupees. In the subscription model, we will be providing the tracking of this one system, and also the analytics and some dashboards and all. So this is what our business model. So move on to the questions.
The control room, what you're talking about, can you just elaborate on more? Because see, you developing a system is different. Having a centralized control room is different. It is something like having a CCTV for this mall is different. Having a CCTV for entire Mangalore is different. What is that control room establishment is a big challenge for you.
Yeah.
That is where I want you to pitch in somewhere.
Yeah.
Because what is that you have done? Because 25,000 what you're talking about, B2G model you said maybe 20 to 25,000. That is for how big, what amount of square feet, what is the number of area in which you want to cover, and how does it work? Because That I want more clarity
Yeah,
on.
this depends on our consumer. If government is taking this for army, they will have their control rooms, and we are providing as a service. We can apply for the control of that control system with the government.
No, is it for a building or is it for a locality? What
Yeah,
kind of
locality. Yeah, certain set of area, certain.
No, geographical area. What is
Yeah,
the
geographical area.
No, but you tell me the area in kilometers. How much area you can cover? Because see the cost 25,000,
Yeah.
and if it is for 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer, I am ready to invest right away. I think Prasun also will be investing right away on the spot. Definitely, we are going to take this to the next level.
Okay. Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
work on that and
Uh,
let us know.
Because the one thing that matters is security of the system. So based on that, the cost is 20,000 because the hardware, the sensors, we have to use high quality, and considering the area, we have to search about that.
Thank you, judges. Please make a note that the time taken by this team to present is 4 minutes for 45 seconds. The team which is presenting now is CSF 134. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 134. CSF 142, please be ready.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Jeevan. I am the co-founder of Greenflow LLP. He is the team member of me. In olden days, our ancestors were building the house in using our agro-based coconut leaf, and for the sleeping purpose they were using. For the healthy and some of the other benefits were there. By using that tactics, we were developed the agro-based coconut leaf tiles. Next. Already our sir said the name is Nitin Panchmal. He has said that before the Mangalore is famous for making the tiles production. After that the market strategy became low. The Morbi, Gujarat, by the high-end machines, they were the production was more in tile systems. Next. Coconut leaf fibers. We were mostly focusing on the composite materials by mixing the matrix and reinforcement. For reinforcement, we were using the bio-epoxy resin, which is renewable and biodegradable. For the matrix purposes, we were using coconut leaf fibers by extracting the fibers and the stick separately. In first step, we will collect the coconut fibers and we put for the drying and fiber extraction and we were grinding it. The drying purposes were water retting, dew retting, mechanical decoration and chemical retaining. For the more adhesiveness, we use NaOH, silane, and for improving the bonding between resin and the matrix. We use the hand lap method for forming the tiles. We have our prototype. I will show at last. Working flow. First, we will prepare the fiber by separating the stick and fiber separately. Then we will mix with the resin. Then we go for the molding purpose and pressing and curing. For curing, it takes approximately 72 hours. This is the prototype, what we have. And its properties you can see here. Still we are in the testing scenario. At last we will definitely go for the patent because it is the newly innovated material. Advantages you can see here. It's highly eco-friendly, low cost, weight utilization, so on. In main scenario, the production of granites is mainly depends on for the mining purposes, which is very harmful for the environment. In our production, there is no mining, there is no environmental damage purposes. It is purely biodegradable. Applications. First of all, we will go for wall panels and partitions and ceiling boards. The main disadvantages of the tiles and granites is it's very high brittle, but our material is very low brittle. If you throw 10 times, how much and it will not break. Conclusion. We will mainly focus on the agriculture based product. Also we have the grant from K-Tech for our first product. We were developed the bioadhesive gum using tamarind seed. Within 6 months it will come for the market, definitely, I assure it. These are the market strategy. What we are focusing, whom we are competing. In gum, we were mainly focused for the Fevicol brand because there is no competitors for Fevicol. In current scenario, the Gujarat is high-end in producing the granites and tiles. These are the advantages and disadvantages. References we were used it. By your permission, we can show the promising experiment now. It's the tiles. It's the tiles we were built. It's a small prototype. If you can throw like this, by your permission, can I throw? It's not damaged. You can take it. You can check it. Hey, show the powder, man. Dixit, show the powder. How we done? Show the powder. Yeah. We will completely grind it. Yeah. By 1 year, it will definitely come for the patent. And we will focusing for big journals. Bioepoxy resin, sir. It is completely.
How you are setting up a price for this, like cost and all?
What's
like
that?
price part.
Price. It's 20 to 30% low than our market tiles.
Okay.
Because
It's like square feet you are talking about.
yeah, square tiles. By
Square feet, 1 square feet, 2 square, like.
yeah.
So
20% less than that original tiles.
Okay. Which one you refer? Like original means which kind of tiles you are comparing with your comparison between which tiles, like kind of a tiles you have, right? Market.
Yeah.
So which tile you're talking about? 20%, 30% lower. Like how do you market it? Like okay, to buy this.
All over tiles. Because in the market, they mainly stands for the thickness. They will mainly rate for the thickness and quantity. Our product is entirely whole same. It's consistency. There is no more strong, no more weak. No matter will come it.
The kind of customer may require more number, maybe large scale. So how do you handle the raw material in a larger scale to produce it?
Yes, sir. Like
I'm asking about larger amount of number they're asking. So they want to like buy in a larger scale. How do you handle the raw material procurement when you don't find it immediately? You may have a challenge, right?
Like Mangalore, sir, they use for brooms, sir.
No, let me tell you, you didn't get sir's condition. See, you act locally, think globally. Coconut fibers are not that easily available. They are in scarcity to a certain extent. Listen to me completely. Have patience. One is coconut fibers are not that easily available. They are expensive in certain countries. You are talking about Vietnam, Sri Lanka, or all those where it's coconut rich. Second thing is, there is one limitation in coconut fiber. Limitation is, what is the limitation? Coconut fiber, there is a limitation. What is the limitation?
Fire, thermal.
No. It is not completely water resistant. ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಸಿನ್ ಅಂಶ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಾದರೂ ರೆಸಿನ್ ಅಂಶ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ವಾಟರ್ ಎಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್. ರೆಸಿನ್ ಅಂಶ ಅದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಮೋನಮರ್ ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಓವರ್ ಎ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲೀಚ್ ಔಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ thing is, as far as coconut fiber is concerned, The bioavailability and the water and the heat resistance is the prime concern. Because resin also can catch fire, coconut also can catch fire. These are the three things.
Yeah. The
You
testing
agree
we
with
have
me
been-
or
Yeah, we agree. We were in the testing stage. So okay, it's fine. Also,
Thank you. Yeah, it's really good, innovative idea. You're working on it. So all the best. Yeah, for the same. Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Please make a note that the time taken by this team is 5 minutes 47 seconds. The team which is presenting now is CSF 142. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 142. CSF 151, please be ready.
Okay, check. Check. Yeah. A very good evening, judges. I'm Gia Menezes, and I would love to present my idea, that is Sampark, AI personalized elderly care for companions. So this is the old PPT. I have my new PPT here, so sorry for that. Okay. Problem in India is we have 140 million elderly people living alone at home, and they don't have anybody to look after them. For example, as you all know, many people have migrated to abroad countries, and elderly people are living alone. There's a taboo in India. If you put your elderly people into old age homes, they consider that, oh, this person can't take care of their elderly. So what happens? People don't put them into old age home, but they leave them alone at home. Some high class families, they can afford to bring a caretaker, but some middle, average, low family, they can't even afford to bring a caretaker, so they are left alone at home. And the main problem in India for the elderly is they want someone to constantly talk to them. They are suffering from loneliness, so they need a companion to always talk to them. And another thing is, they always forget to take their medications or anything that sort. So they need someone to constantly remind, oh, did you take your medicine? Did you have your lunch? And all those things. So they need a companion. So what is Sampark? Sampark is a bot, which is personalized bot, where you can feed all the data of that person into this bot. For example, I am a seller. I'm giving you the product. So what you can do is, you have a website, you have a bot. You are putting all the information of the elderly into this bot, whereas his medication, what time he has his lunch, dinner, and all that. And this bot and that elderly person, they are alone at home. This bot reminds, sir, did you have your medicine? And that too in their own language. So it is personalized because it's talking into their own, in their own language. And secondly, it reminds them all the, like I said, medication and all that. And what happens in a long run, what it does is, it can predict if any disease is caused in a long run. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is the solution. Existing solution, what we have a smartwatch, right? So in the smartwatch, you can check their BP, their heart rate and all that. We also have Alexa, which talks, but it talks in English. There's no behavior learning. We have emergency alert, like SOS, if the person falls. But we don't have everything combined in one. So what does Sampark do? It has an emotional care. It has a behavior analysis. It also predicts, because it is very intelligent. like I said, it's a companion, it has health, it reminds medications, and caregivers can put all the data of this elderly. I have a picture of how it works. I will show that later. And the core features is health risk prediction. If in a long run, if you predict anything, for example, this person might fall, but this bot will learn and it will remind if there's any such cause happening. Yeah, this is the technical approach. We have a activity detection model. We also have a voice system which talks to them in their own language, and we have a alerting dashboard. Yeah, the innovation is it is a context-aware AI bot. So if something happens, it is with them, present model. It combines health, it combines behavior and emotion. It learns using the pattern ML model. And lastly, it's predictive. It doesn't remind after the person falls, it reminds before. And lastly, this market potential is for the elderly living alone at home, and target audiences, the families, the hospitals, elderly care services, and the business model is like a subscription-based model. Impact and solution is it reduces health risk in a long run, improves emotional well-being, and supports the caretaker. Yeah, that's all. This is the old model, yeah. Any questions?
You spoke about predictability.
Yeah.
Being a doctor, I want to know more about it. How does it predict? Because that involves more of
Yeah.
data. So,
So-
what is your background?
I'm an engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an engineer. Okay, predictive analysis, for example, as I said, there's a vision model. So this vision model is connected to ML. So ML, predictive analytics, using AI agent, we have something called as AI agent. So it collects all the information through all the different datas.
You can be more technical. I'm AI certified.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
Indian
yeah.
Institute of Science.
Yes, sir.
So you can feel free.
Okay, so through agentic AI, it will collect all the data through all the sources, and it will, keep on understanding that person through this visual model, and it will tell in a long run if there's something causing, for that elderly, through his medications, through the food that it takes in, because I told there's a dual communication happening from the elderly and from the bot. So it sees what the person eats, which medication it takes, because as a child, I'm putting all the data into the website. So it learns from that. It learns from the visual aspect also. I hope I clarified that part.
Yeah, I want to.
According to medical science, it's hard for me to digest. But anyway, I'm digesting that.
Yeah.
And how much is it in the type or it is functional model now?
It is in a process.
What stage you are seeing?
It is like ideation state. We are going forward because we have many models, but it is separate. Like I said, smartwatch,
You have to integrate
Alexa.
them.
Yeah, we have to integrate and make a complete model. If
How
I
long
win,
you will take?
it will take months, I feel, but in a year we can complete like a full-fledged model.
What is the cost of the final model of yours?
Yeah, I'm planning to reduce it to 10,000. There's a similar but not exact complete model. It's in US.
What is the investment you expect? What if I
Investment?
want to invest now? What is
Invest
it?
now, then you have to make me win. I will get 30,000 and I can, invest.
You can't blackmail me.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I'm
just
telling
yeah.
no.
Actually, investment model would be, I think, 50,000 minimum just to make everything set up. But later, we have subscription model. We have, like I said, once a person buys for an amount, that will be the seller won't have to put a lot of
So
effort.
maybe I understand
Yeah.
that you are not prepared for this question.
Yeah,
kind of.
money side of it, yeah, not really, but
It's
yeah.
okay, it's
Okay, yeah. So any questions?
Sir asked maximum question. Like,
Yeah.
somewhere I feel like, take it sportily.
Yeah.
You are adding value to present idea. You are adding value to explain the scenario.
Yeah.
But I feel somewhere lack of technical touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
technical.
please
okay,
focus
yeah.
on the technical touch, which may help you to make your ideation as a real, and it will be available to the market where you can convince. Which I see you're
Yeah.
PPT shows 8,000, maybe that you have to change the price of a
because
product.
this is the old people.
And one more thing you are saying, like, okay, imagine elderly people is sitting in front of the device and it is talking to, there is an interaction happens. In case elderly person is not talking at all, do you think that time your device will work to analyze their problem or issues or health problem, or are they not taking? How do you handle that situation? Imagine out of 100 elderly people, 60 are introvert, not ready to talk to your device. How do you handle the challenges in that
case? So here
case?
we have something called as smartwatch integration. So it will check the BP, heart rate, and the main motive is the elderly doing fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Some elderly, they don't want to talk.
Pros, cons, I'm taking.
Yeah. So that is the other part. Just to check if it's doing good, then the smartwatch and other integration comes into place. But through the vision model, we can see that, okay, the person is doing well, but he doesn't talk. That's the problem.
Okay, got it. It'll give a report, what exactly the analysis will do, predict, and it will give the report. That's it. So, okay, got it. Thank you.
Sir, any questions? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Please make a note that the time taken by this team to present is 4 minutes 46 seconds. The team which is presenting now is CSF 151. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 151. CSF 147, please be ready.
Chick.
ಎನ್ನೊಂಜಿ ಮಗಿಯುಲ್ಲತ ಏಪತುಂಡ ಒಂಜಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಒಂದು ದಾಯಿಗೆ ಅಂಚ ಒಂದು ದಾಯಿಗೆ ಇಂಚ ಅವು ಪುಚ್ಚೆ ದಾಯ ಮಲ್ಪುನಿ ಅಂಚ ಆಯ್ನ ಸಾವಿರ ಒಂಜಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಉಂಡು
ಯಾನ್ ಅವು ಪೂರ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ನೇ ದೆಪ್ಪುಜಿ ಮಾರೆ ಯಾನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಗ್ ಬತ್ತಂಡ ಆಯ ಚಿಪ್ಪಿ ಮಂತಂಡ ಒಂಜಿ ಫೋನ್ ಪಾಡ್ದು ಬುಡ್ಪೆ ಆತೆ
ಅವು ಸರಿ ಆಯಿ ಮಲ್ಪುನಿ ಇತ್ತೆ ಆಯ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಲ್ಪೆ ದಾದ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಪೂರ ಆಯಗ್ ದಾದ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ಪುಂಡು ಆಯ ದಾದ ತೂಪೆ ಅವ್ ನಿಕ್ಕ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಡ
ಯಾ ಸಿ right now it's not my problem, but yes, I know it's a problem for a lot of parents these days. And yeah, our solution is Kiko. It's a low screen, cognitive AI partner, a two-way interaction for the children.
So the problem which I addressed is, now in the current society, parents face many problems related how to build their child, like how to grow up their child. Also the stress management, the dopamine exceeds during the screen time. So parents generally give the phones to the child and manage their child like in a normal scenario.
So it's not just us telling, the average numbers on the screen time being higher for children and the parents, reducing in their interaction with the children, as well as, the dopamine spikes and all of that. For the children, it's bad, and their attention span reducing day by day.
These days contents are not random numbers which we found. These have been proved by WHO as well as AIMS Institute. Like they have gone through the research and they have published papers related to this problem, which is a genuine problem in this society, in this current world. So for the problem, there are existing solutions, like solutions which are screen-free, screen-based, also screen intensive. It's like some of them are like Milo, which is a bot which interacts with the kid, which has moving parts. And what problem limitation is like when the kid uses the device. Now if he throws it down, it costs around 20,000 for our device. And also some devices based on NFC. A kid must use an NFC toy or NFC card, which has inbuilt like characters or stories, which he must have again and again. This is like you must buy multiple NFC tags or fidgets, which kid will like be bored using again and again, same stories or same content again. Like it is like fatigue for a kid also. Why he wants to use it again and again?
So what we are providing here is a low screen platform. What we mean by a low screen is a digital e-ink. The screen will be,
and it will be completely a two-way interaction. It will have a camera just where you can show, but looking at the screen, it's not a digital screen. The device is just going to answer back, as well as us not providing a lot on AI as the cloud data. It will make sure that a lot of data is on the device, and it helps building the roadmap and a neural roadmap of the child in the device, which the parents can monitor through the app, as well as parents being busy, the parents will know what areas the child is interested in.
The content we provide are like Panchatantra, moral stories, spiritual stories, or anything. How the device works is the kid will take the device, he'll ask some questions, like basic questions. The device will answer it like a companion or like a friend who is like answering the questions and providing. This device works in NLP model, any languages like Tudu, Kannada, or Hindi, or Marathi, any etc. languages. Also, the response will be like quicker, and it will not go take the data and go to the cloud or just store it. Everything is done locally.
Yes, if you would ask why a device like this, haven't we all grown up with imagination when the parents are telling us the stories in the past? So a device like this would help better. Yeah. Step one would be a local, LLM. That the thing is, we are not going to be collecting data from another, institution or so. We would be having a small AI running on the app, which will be disconnected from the cloud as well, which will be building on the LLM and the day-to-day conversations with the child. Later, hyper personalized empathy that the child, it may not be on the day one the child and it will form a heavy connection. It will be on the day 10 where it will know and form a neural roadmap in the back. So the market cap and the total addressing market being 5 billion, and in a tier 1 city, the parents, disposable income being higher, as well as them showing more interest on devices like these, we have a higher, room to play here.
Our main business model comes from the hardware. Hardware as a main objective, where we sell the product in an affordable way, where each and every parent can afford it, and also the subscription model for like AI to get a community access where parents can communicate with other parents so that they get info about parenting, as well as what problems they are facing and what solutions they are applying, like tactics and all. And also how we'll get into the market. We'll collaborate using with B2B brands like Play Homes,
B2B institutions, pediatric partners, and D2C online. These are the more selling these days, as well as that's what we see with the market trend. So visionary approach. It will not just be a emotional regulation for children. It will also be a digital diary or a speech to diary format for somebody elder as well, like us, as to jot down our ideas and build a neural map of ourselves, what we like and what we would be good at.
How we'll start? In the first 6 months, we'll launch this app in like our city like Mangalore and Udupi, and where we'll collect the data, like what are the interaction with the kids, how the device work, what like feedback we get from the parents as well as kids, how the response is. Then
after keeping it to the city, we'll grow on to tier 1 and tier 2 city. Why tier 1 and tier 2? Because the parents will have more disposable income, as well as that's where we want to experiment. As scaling up, we would always with the lower unit economics, we can always go for lower cities as well.
Coming to the team, I am Melon Albert Pinto.
I'm Sai Vardhan.
So in the team, we have founding engineers who are already working on R&D and development of the AI models, which we have fruitfully got insights on the AI models for emotion analysis, as well as we are working forward to make it so accurate and build the device. This is our website where you can check the product, as well as our Insta page where we post the content related to our product.
So are you looking instantly any kind of support from my end? You can just reach out to me for this Kiko. It's a really good product which you're talking, because I have experienced and I have explored more about devices. So there, do you have any option here where the kid speak right? It will record and it will give a at least something reply or response, something you have.
Yeah, that's what. It's a two-way interaction.
It is there, right? How age anything you are going to propose this? No, no. What age you are going to propose? Because kind of a product you are using, plastic or like what kind of product you are using? What age limit you can propose this Kiko? From which age?
Age limit we had put it up, no? Until how many years?
Just research about the material what you are going to use and which age limit and how it is scalable in the sense the total calculation of the product which you can sell it off, like you're talking about growth part, first year, second year, like that I can see that. So how big your team is like going to do this marketing part, or maybe in the sense to go and experiment, experience, because that is a major effort, time and energy is required here. Maybe the ideology you have, everything is fine. But yeah, more effort is required. In case you need support from end, you can just let me know. Yeah, no question from my end. Thank you.
The design I saw, I agree with the jury. You said even it can be a diary for adult. And to be very honest with you,
Sure.
I wouldn't carry such a thing in my pocket and take it out and people will think that I have brought it from my child's toy box. And maybe, I mean, I would be interested when you talk about the adult design as a diary, it can look more professional and...
Yeah, sir. The thing was, we just put it as an adult vision, where because we already carry screen, right? We can, in the future, we can just launch it as an app. We don't really launch it as a device completely.
No, but it might be like, see, people are going back from bigger mobile to smaller mobile. If a person has got probably 3011 in the pocket, that means that guy is a very big businessman. It's not like, the touch screen, what he has got is a big businessman. If you ask sir, he's the biggest investor. So he'll have a very small mobile in his pocket. So that's how it is. So I'm just interested in such a model, which would be like, a diary, just reminds me of all my business activities.
So what we have ideated it is like there will be no screen. It's just like you just keep and speak to it. Now if you have any idea, you don't use phone or you are just in a park or chilling out, you are doing meditation and all, you get something vision. Just you must tell to that box like I have this kind of vision, so this is my idea. So it will record it and send to your phone. It will make a detailed note
I would
of
be
it.
interested in the
Yes.
prototype and the design of the new model.
Keep it minimal for a older person, obviously.
Definitely, you already got 2 investors, no?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. The time taken by this team is 7 minutes 6 seconds. The next team which is presenting now is CSF 147. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF 147. CSF 025, please be ready.
Good evening, judges. I'm Nishchal. My colleagues are Prajwal Royston and Vaishak Santpal. And we will be presenting on catalytic pyrolysis of plastic waste for sustainable fuel and chemical production. The main problem is divided into 3 parts, the waste bomb. Usually now India is producing around 170,000 tons of plastic, like municipal solid waste, and out of that 26,000 tons is of plastic, and only like very few percent gets into the processing thing. So, and in India around 8% to 6% recycling happens of plastic, which is very good when compared to other countries. But there hasn't been much, like they're not using that potential of plastic. And there is regulatory hammer. The thing is, from April 1st, there will be solid waste management rules implemented by the government. So based on that, the municipal will be facing heavy penalties if they don't segregate mixed plastic waste in the landfills. And then geopolitical squeeze, the ongoing Iran war and the neighboring the countries that led to the fuel shortage, right? The squeeze, and India is dependent on the imported fuel. We don't want that to happen. We want India to be Atmanirbhar. So yeah, next slide.
Good evening, sir. So, as my friend Nistil explained, our main problem is plastic. So, we wanted to go and research to many places. As you can see in the images. So, can you guess where this image is from? Like, this is close to Mangalore. Like, close to Mangalore. Any guesses? Like, this is from Pachanadi landfill. So we went to Pachanadi landfill and we got to know what is the situation there. So there was a dump yard like 50 years ago. They dumped one layer of plastic and one layer of soil and went on for 50 years. And now a company came and took over this whole operation of digging the plastic out. So after digging the plastic out, they divided it into, put it into a segregator and divide the plastic into 3 different sections: 80 mm, 30 mm, and 15 mm. So it's divided into 3, like as you can see, heaps of plastic, and they just store it. And if some people, like company, come and take it, they'll sell it, or else they'll keep it. In rainy seasons, no one can use the plastic because it's wet plastic. So they just store it there, and once the rainy season goes, summer season comes, it will they will wait until it dries out and then do the process. So this is our research which we have done. The next slide will be explained by my teammate.
So, as my colleague already has explained, there are multiple reasons why we should look into this catalytic process of converting these plastics into usable fuel. So, right now, due to war and everything, there is a strain on the network for fossil fuels coming into the country. And also, there are some laws going to be implemented, like SWM rules 2026, solid waste management. So, even due to that, there is a pressure on cities to optimize their landfills and reuse the wastage. So, and also using these plastics will also prove to convert something which is a burden to society into something useful as a fuel later on.
Proposed solution is we will be using a microwave and plasma method for burning the plastic. And then the microwave, they will be using CO2 as well in the as the plasma forming gas. And the thing is, in microwave, the temperature can go up to 400 to 800 Celsius, breaking down the bond, the polymer, into a smaller bond. And then the plasma incinerator will be used to purify all the plastic into synthetic gas, which will give fuel, heavy fuel. Next. So this is our rough process plant view that we would like to do in a larger scale. For prototype, we have some plants. So we had referred to multiple sources, and through that research we were able to just come to this process flow, and it will be explained by.
So first, what we do is we take the waste, we shred it. And we are also thinking of making an automatic sorting system using AI. That is something we'll be looking into in the future. So what we do is, then we feed it to the microwave chamber, where with the help of silicon carbide, we use microwaves to heat up this plastic waste evenly. After this, when the plastic melts down into the plasma reactor chamber, where there will be electric arcs, which will heat it to a temperature of about 2000 degrees Celsius. When this happens, there will be gas formation called syngas. So now this gas will then be using fractional distillation to get its constituents. And we also get particular byproducts like hydrogen as well, which can also be sold on later. So main components that we get out of this is liquid fuels, which can then be used as base to create other fuels, and we also get syngas and we get hydrogen, byproducts.
Hydrogen as well as glass-like slag material that we get through plasma that can be used in construction as construction aggregates. So there are a lot of uses. It's like next black gold that we can call plastic.
So, as my friends explained the working prototype, like the diagram, So our project is not just burning plastic. It's the plastic is broken down into molecular level, and the process of using microwave heating and then plasma pyrolysis to get all the byproducts of the plastic. So hybrid heating advantage. So high conversion efficiency. Because we are heating at 2000 degrees Celsius, the conversion of the plastic, the conversion rate of the plastic is very high, and handles mixed and contaminated plastics. Because of the we are using 2000 degrees Celsius, like high temperature to burn the plastic, the contamination and mixed plastic would not be much of an issue for us. And that is like the main problem in India. So segregation is the problem. So that will not be much of an issue for us. And decentralized energy generation. So we produce energy, like the crude oil is produced and we can process it. So convert local plastic waste into usable fuels, reducing landfills and dependence on external fuel supply. So this slide will be explained by my friend.
Market potential is we'll be following SWM rules and EPR, again extended producer responsibility. We'll be collaborating with EPR companies like fast food packaging companies like Lay's and all. They have many soft plastics, and why we want to collaborate with EPR based companies and even ESG, environmental sustenance funds, ESG funds, social governance funds. Basically, we would like to collaborate with them to reduce the cost and increase our profits.
Yeah, who is your end customer when you have the product, right? After going through the segregation and you go through the process and you get couple of byproduct or main product also. Who is your target customer who buy it? Like, are you sure that someone will buy immediately once you have this product? Like storage, what do you do if someone is not going to take it immediately? Kind of a storage conditions, all that, temperature. Did you work on that? Did you research about the same? If you are not able to sell it off immediately, say some customers are not ready to buy and use it for their any construction side of a work or anything, which might be a challenge where you consume it and you produce everything, but what is the end customer, whether they'll buy it or not, right? Yeah.
So mainly the one particular component byproduct which is very hard to store would be hydrogen. So that we have made it such that we can do a chemical process and store it. And most of the other constituents will be mostly, if we tie up with industries, they
like ISRO or any other industries, like there is a blue hydrogen, different types of hydrogen that can be, yeah, all those big industries, they rely on certain type of hydrogen. Industries rely on blue hydrogen, green hydrogen, brown hydrogen, all that kind of things will come. Basically, this fuel from plastic can have multiple applications, and even the oil refineries, right? Basically, plastic is a byproduct of like the petroleum. But the thing is, plastic has a lot of specialty chemicals, and even the fuels. Again, they can be produced in large number. And there is virgin plastics, sir, in Iran and all. Refineries, they produce that. And the virgin plastics, but they are not using that. Even MRPL also, they are not using that concept of this one. Virgin plastics are new plastics. We are focusing on old plastics, shredding it down, breaking it down, converting it to fuel. Virgin plastics are little, like plastic has a lot of uses, sir, not yet explored. And that's the thing, and that's the new Atmanirbhar Bharat, and we need all such emergency idea. This one, like whenever we have problem, we can rely on these things as well.
What I feel like somewhere main product can be sold. Okay, they will buy it quickly.
Yes.
If any byproduct or something which is not usable, like how do you handle it? Like, are you going to again? It will be a waste.
No,
it will be a kind of a
there is
challenge.
again there is called absorber and adsorber towers, like to handle those contaminants that we get. That can be again treated within the distillation. This one.
No, I just want to interfere here for one reason. Sir's, questions, I just want to simplify because we are just dragging on. The thing is, what stage you are in. That will answer all your things.
Right now we are in ideation stage.
That solves all the problem.
The funding thing, sir. We need we have the timeline.
No, we understand that because see, this is startup. What stage? Based on that.
Yes, based on that.
The funding will be decided. Yes. The most important thing is what Sir is trying to say is more than the product what desired for, there are a lot of byproducts or a side products what we would call.
There is a process for treating that, sir.
Yeah.
If we are able to.
So listen to me completely.
Yes,
what I'm trying to say is when you look into that, the byproduct or a side products what you call, there's a lot more machinery involved to process them and make use of everything or sell them in the raw material stage only. See, you got my point.
Yes,
you
sir,
said,
yes.
okay,
Yes.
the hydrogen you spoke about. And then finally you came to a point at the end, you said that whatever is left behind can be converted into the construction field. Are you selling it in the raw material stage or are you processing it and selling? And if processing, what is the cost? Whether this machinery can handle it? All those things you have to look into. You might be having answers for that.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to know the technology.
Yeah, because right now, even the catalyst and all, we cannot reveal, it's you can understand.
That's fine. No, we are not interested in that.
So,
what we are interested
yes.
in, what stage it is in.
Yes, ideation stage. And we know
Fine.
it takes a long...
Based on that
Yeah.
only investments will come, no?
Sir, for prototype, no, sir. We roughly, now it's inflated. We roughly need around 10 lakhs for the prototype. And for IP registration and patent and all, it takes around 6 to 8 months and then 24 months total. To bring the prototype, we need around 24 months. So, and after, we are working under the guidance of our mentor, sir. He is plastic oriented. He has done a lot of extensive research. Mr. Noel Dipakshiri. And he is our guide. So, he has a lot of, and we are getting a lot of info from.
Good effort from your mentor, definitely. That's why you are all able to speak much.
Yes, sir.
So he is guiding all the way, and definitely the funding is really required for this kind of execution.
really-
It's a bigger one. Definitely you are solving the problem, what you are able to see now, and finally the additional effort is required to make sure that this is the major product, this is the sub-product, this is the byproduct, whatever it is. Again, are you going to process it and give it to a customer as an end product, as a raw? See, nobody is going to take the additional effort to make it as a raw to build a product.
Sir,
right?
actually to reduce the cost, obviously raw materials and people.
Anyway, we'll discuss.
Yeah, sir,
this
we'll
later on.
discuss.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, judges. The next team, which is the last team, the team which is presenting now is CSF025. I repeat, the team which is presenting now is CSF025.
Imagine a 7-year-old child sees his mother across a room and wants to walk towards her, but he can't. Not because he doesn't want to, but because his brain cannot control his muscles. We met this child, we spoke to the parent, who herself had physical limitations that she is not supposed to strain her body too much. The entire therapy session, it was the child not doing the work, but the parent who was doing the actual work. This defeated the entire purpose of rehabilitation. I am Ditya Salian and this is my team, background engineering. Table of content is the problem, our solution, child worker safety cycle, innovation and feasibility, market opportunity. When we looked into this problem, we came across few numbers which really stood out. That is 17 million people affected globally, 3 to 4 children per 1,000 births in India, 75,000 new children every year in India. Looking at these numbers, we got to know that this is not something which is rare. It is something thousands of families are actually facing. Current solution fails in 3 ways. First one being postural collapse, no proper limb support, children slouch, and then no independent movement. Walkers do exist, but there's no proper they still depend on the caregiver. Third one being advanced device inaccessibility. You might wonder, like there are devices which already exist, but they cost in lakhs and are not commonly found in India. Also, they are too bulky to be used in house. The families in reality still depend on the basic walkers and still depend on the caregiver. Moving forward, this is how the cerebral palsy kid actually looks like. Tejas will be explaining the solution and feasibility and the innovation part.
So before we dive into our solution, we just ask ourselves, what if we just upgrade an existing CP worker instead of just replacing it? So we plan to build a smart retrofit module, which is an upgrade to an existing CP module, which converts it to an assistive rehabilitation device. So here we are going to include 4 features. So the first one is going to be a motorized movement, where we just, the motor drives the walker, which enables the kid not only to move, but also cut down the passive support. The second one is going to be about safety. So where we are going to include the sensors. If any object is detected in front of the walker, then it stops. And about the third and fourth feature, we had quite an interaction with the kid and the doctor. So where we got to know that the kid slouches not just because due to the weakness, but due to the lack of upper limb support. So we just decided to implement a belt which holds the kid's arm and to maintain the upright posture. And about the fourth feature, we wanted, and as we had an interaction with the doctor, the kid wanted to have his ability to move the bot. So moving on to next slide, here is a pictographical representation of advanced supportive robot walker, which is available overseas, and it costs in lakhs. And the next image which you can see is a manual CP walker, which is available in India, which costs around 8 to 9K. So the next image that we can see is a semi-automatic supportive CP walker, which includes all the upgrades that I've just included. So moving on to next slide, on the right hand side you can see the child walker safety cycle, which begins with the parent or a caregiver, where he just places their kid onto the system and switches on the system. So once the system is ready, the child touches the sensor so that he can move the walker based on his ability. And while undergoing this process, if any obstacle is detected in front of the CP walker, then it stops. And later on, if the obstacle is removed, then it resumes. So after a particular time period, the parent can just come and switch off the system so that they can repeat the same cycle for the next rehab session. So the image on that side is how a child is placed in the upgraded CP walker. So moving on to next slide. So innovation. So let me just be clear. We don't mean that the solution doesn't exist. It does, but it costs in lakhs. So we come up with a retrofit approach where we just upgrade an existing CP walker which costs very low. And about the limb support, so we just include a strap which maintains the upright posture and the trunk stability of a kid. And it is also designed for home safe. And also it's not just usable in clinics or the hospitals. So when we talk about feasibility, so this is not just an idea, so it is practical and buildable, where it costs low because the components that we are going to include in this walker is locally available in Indian market, and it is just an integration to an existing CP walker. So further moving on, I'll hand over it to Kavya.
So that's okay. As my teammates explained about the problem solution and the problem statement and the solution, so here the unnoticed thing is how to build, how to make a business using this. So there are 2 segments. One is one-time sales and another one is rental models. In one-time sales, in one-time sales, we are concentrating about the hospitals, physiotherapists and patients. And here they can purchase the model, and it cost about 18,000 to 25,000. And in rental models, it cost about 2,000 to 3,000 per month. If they can't afford 18,000 to 25,000, they can take a rent per month. And what makes these strategies powerful means we are combining two things here. One is business to business and one is business to customer. Business to business is concentrating about the hospitals and physiotherapists, and business to customers will concentrate about the patients. And the closing statement will hand over to Ditya.
Step Forward provides independence, dignity, and relief. It's not complex, it's accessible and usable. Thank you.
What I expect here is, or what I understood here is, you're upscaling the existing model. That's
Right.
what I mean. So whatever like wheelchairs, what we have here, all this is you and incorporate sensors and incorporate. So you foresee all the issues and you try to solve it and reduce the pricing.
Not exactly the wheelchairs, it's the walkers which are specially made for the cerebral palsy
No,
kids.
I understand. I'm a doctor.
Yes.
So I understand that better. But the
Yeah.
only thing is, my confusion is not that. So the innovation here or the attempt goes in, or the startup concentrates on suiting the Indian atmosphere or reducing the price. Is that what I need to understand here, or we all need to understand to pitch in? That's what I'm trying to ask you. Did you get my questions?
No.
So what I mean to say is, you said these models are available, they are expensive. So you're trying to integrate a model to the Indian scenario. That's what you're trying to say.
Correct.
The novelty or innovation is that.
Correct.
What are the changes you brought in the model?
So the features that we are going to include is motorizing the walker, which a child can move. So basically now we need a passive support. What we got this insight because of we had an interaction with the doctor.
No, but those are already existing in the models available overseas. We have worked in several countries, so I know it, they are available. But maybe they are not available in the models available in India. So you are incorporating them. I understand that particular thing. Think of something more Indianized, or you can add your, probably some ideas. I really feel that it can Indianize in Indian way rather than Indianizing it what is not there in the Western, or what is there which is making it expensive. Start rebuilding. I understood the structure, but start rebuilding so that you can make it more economical further, rather than adding on to the components and reducing, because that may not bring in a big wealth for you. That may cut down, because you need to be dependent on these components, right, to maintain the basic structure. I'm telling you, just get the skeleton and then rebuild it according to your expertise, because you're all brilliant engineers. Yeah?
We are not entirely trying to
I know, copy word
whatever
conversion.
they are telling. It's just
Nothing wrong in copying. You can use that word.
yeah. It's just the postural correct limb support. We
What
realized that
what you
the
felt that it's not there, you have added on.
Yeah.
But I feel that more concentration can be given to even patronize the model.
Currently, the hospitals which they use, the walkers, they don't include all these, right?
So when we buy, we look at the price. That's a basic problem.
Exactly. So
we don't buy
reduce
the higher end. Whatever it's like 5 years behind the Western world, we buy it in India. That's what is the thing. So that's why when you make it 5 years ahead of the Western world, in an economic way, I think Indian brains can really shine. I mean, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I want to add same only. So when you are thinking about any product which you want to build, better you can copy the exact Western product what is available, bring it to India, and let people to buy the same product with a lesser price. Like example, I'll give my example of where I have went with the Invisalign part, like for a teeth. So I chosen the foreign brand. Someone would have built the same brand India, I would have went with the Indian brand also. That's it. That's a simple example. Okay, the satisfaction level should be similar what the other foreign brand is doing, and the same we can do it in India. So let people to buy an option to buy our own product only, not with the foreign product. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So with that, we come to the close of Spark Round 1. I would like to thank Mr. Prashun Shetty, Mr. Shrikant Bhatt, as well as Dr. Vijendra Vasant for judging all the 30 teams, 29 teams. I know it was a hard job. I think 5 hours from 2:30 to now, we judged continuously. So I'm really grateful that we could do that. Please sign your jury sheets. Please sign your jury sheets. We will total everything. And a message to the participants, I will post the top 10 teams that will be presenting tomorrow in the WhatsApp group. Okay? So we will need some time to tabulate all the scores, and we will post the top 10 teams list, the numbers, only the numbers I'm going to post. I'm not going to post the names and stuff, just the numbers. And those team numbers can come tomorrow and present it to a new panel of jury. As well as you will be given your participation certificate tomorrow. So please collect it at the registration desk at post 12 p.m. tomorrow. Okay? Your participation certificates will be available for collection tomorrow. So thank you. Thank you, Fizza Mall, for coordinating everything. And I would also like to thank the volunteers. So I think this closes day 1 of Coastal Startup Fest. I think the expo is still going to go till 10 p.m. But this stage is closed for the day. We will meet tomorrow for the panel discussion at around 10 a.m. Okay, I'll see you all here at 10 a.m. The next round of Spark will take place the final round of Spark will take place post the panel discussion at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, so all the best. So thank you and good night. Thank you so much, sir. Ashwin Bhatt, no. Ashwin Bhatt, no. I think I have. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, sir. Please collect your memento. Yeah. Lishal. Yeah. I would request Lishal to hand over the memento to Mr. Prashun Shetty. I would request Twaha to hand over the memento to Mr. Shrikant Bhatt. So I'm asking my volunteers to do it because they have been here with you for a long time. I think, yeah. So I'm sorry about that, but I think they deserve, yeah. Yeah, they are the key people who have helped me with this event. So thank you so much.